drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday. FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday. FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday. FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday. MMA on a Friday. A Cuban on a Friday. On a Friday, FOOK off on a Friday.
I can rub my nipples to this sexy little beat. Me reading the news, it makes your chode wanna skeet. Watching MMA makes my knees so weak. Points to JBH, mission complete.
FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday. FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday.
Stop the points game right now. I'm gonna roll the die of doom.
FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday. FOOK off, FOOK on Friday. We gonna drink, smoke, FOOK on a Friday.
Audio problems tonight on FOOK on Friday. Yeah, boy. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, the points game. FOOK on Friday. Tony Ferguson, Elka Crazy, UFC. London is manana. Yes. A drink away, friends. By the way, tonight, a shout out to Pulse Reloaded, who sent these, no sponsor, hashtag no sponsor, hemp trance CBD gummies. They're actually really good.
I told him not to take that.
What?
For the record.
Why?
Because we were having drinks tonight. I don't know if CBD and alcohol mix.
Well, this is all natural stuff here. This is just herbs and spices. I don't know, fucking know. Who knows? But it's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's supposed to relax you. So, I mean, I don't know. It seems good. It's the better alternative than taking medication, you know?
Very true.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Yeah. Anyway, we're here. We're fooking off. It is Friday. El Kakui has lost his goddamn mind.
He'll be fine, Jay Reyes says. He'll be fine.
I'm going to die. El Crazy.
Oh, my God. Do we have some stories on this?
Yeah. Tony Ferguson completely went batshit. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised in any way. But it's going to be interesting to talk about. I want to see what everyone's theories are. I have my theories in this situation. But it does suck being an MMA fan and knowing that Ferguson's going to be sidelined and he may never come back, you know, from something like this. We don't know all the details, but we have some details, and it just doesn't sound good, you know. So
it's just not right.
It's just not. He needs a CBD gummy, you know. That's what I think. Anyway, the points game tonight. What we're going to give away. We're going to give away something here.
Wait, I got this.
Yeah?
I got it.
You want to do it?
I got it.
All right. So the points game, you guys and gals know how to play this, right? How do I take this out?
I got it.
All right, take it out. You guys and gals know how to play the points game, right?
You put it in wrong. That's why you can't take it out.
I put it in backwards. That's
right.
what she said. All right. So basically, when you play the points game, you donate. You say points to Mystic, points to JBH. The person with the least amount of points rolls the dive doom.
The dive doom. Dang it.
The dive doom.
The dive. Why can't I say?
The dive doom. There you go. The highest donator tonight will get this, Jesse.
Yeah.
We're going to give something away to the highest donator of the evening. JBH, what do you have in your hands? Ooh.
Fancy.
What is that, JBH?
Fancy pens from BetDSI.
These pens are not just any pens.
No, these are fancy pens.
They are
wonderful
pens. Yeah, that's right. Fancy pens from BetDSI. Wonderful. All right, so there you go. That's going to go to the highest donator tonight. We got a lot of shit.
We'll sign the case for you.
Yeah, we'll sign the case for you, too. A lot of stuff from BetDSI, our sponsor, and we just want to start giving shit away. So the highest donator tonight will get those wonderful pens.
Fancy pens.
Fancy, smancy, schmancy pens. This is FOOK Off Friday. If you're new to this show, we are going to be talking about MMA. We're going to get a little fooking crazy.
Wonderful.
We're going to have a couple of cocktails, and we're going to be hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Speaking of BetDSI, Ian Heinisch. Well, I hope you got your bets in. I did a guaranteed pick on Instagram, and I said Ian Heinisch is the underdog. We put our money in, and we got in at a plus, what was it, 132 or some shit like that. It went to a 110 plus 110. And we said it today on IG. Get your money in. Get your bets in. Promo code MMAHOLE. And now it's pretty much even. Actually, you're not really getting much off of the Ian Heinisch bet. Yeah. So now if you're putting money in, you're not getting even money back. So there goes that. There goes that guaranteed bet. Never wait. Never forget.
Never wait.
That's right, Jesse.
That's right.
All right. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. And here is
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Aljamain Sterling.
Ever since that TJ Dillashaw donation, I've been throwing holy water and white blonde men. They have a chip in my afro.
There you go.
Tease JBH for not being such an anti-Colby soy SJW.
Oh, it's going to be real. All right. So points to JBH. Where is it?
Aljo.
All right. So Real gets the points. He is now the highest donator. So that is a real donation. Real. All right.
Should we put
super
We got to put
chat.
points to JBH over there. We got
Okay.
a super chat coming in.
First place so far.
First place so far, says Prospector Rod. He came in after. So this is how this is going to work, friends.
Dire DW in the chat?
This is how this is going to work. The first person, so if someone donates $10 or $2 or $5, the first person to do it will be our highest donator. Right now, Real is in the lead at the $2, so up your ante and you can get those pens. Thank you so much to the donations. Jesse, you excited?
I'm stoked.
Taking the lead early tonight.
You know why?
Yes.
Because my boy is in the chat.
What? How dare you?
My boy.
How dare you? All right, let's get to the first story of the evening. You ready, Jesse?
I'm so ready.
El Kakui in trouble.
Oh, wait, I was going to say first. Should we put the denomination of the highest donator so we know how to track it?
No, maybe we should. Okay, let's do that. You want to do that? That's a good idea, Jesse.
Thanks.
Okay. So Real at $2. Right? $2. There we go.
$2.
All right, he's the highest donator. So Real, the highest donator of the evening at $2. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good job, Jesse.
Thanks.
That's why we keep you around over here. You want to make a toast before we get into the
Sure.
Fergie news? All
Sure.
right.
This is a new bottle, so it might be a little ripe.
Ripe?
A
Yeah.
little strength, a little spice to your tongue, a little bitter to your taste, a little.
Yeah, she hasn't even started drinking. It's unbelievable. Cheers, MMA-Holes. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to talk about Crazy Kukui, some news, and we have UFC London. What are you drinking? What are you smoking? And just what are you doing right now? Cheers. Salute. Okay. There it is. All right, let's talk about a little El Kukui in the news. And
Yes.
not good news for the Kukui fans.
Yes. Well, according to MMA Fighting, Tony Ferguson's wife details the UFC star's alleged frightening behavior taking of son in court filing. Here we go. Tony Ferguson's wife filed a request for a temporary domestic violence restraining order after Ferguson allegedly took their son for 6 days and a series of frightening incidents per court records. Christina Ferguson, spouse of the former UFC interim lightweight champion, filed the request Wednesday in Orange County, California, Superior Court after she said Tony Ferguson forcefully took their son from her parents' home, pushing her and her mother away in the process on March 7th, per documents obtained by MMA Fighting on Friday. Christina Ferguson wrote that Tony Ferguson, quote, grabbed and pushed me and my mother, and we have been in constant fear as a result of Tony Ferguson's threatening and violent behavior. The restraining order request includes that Tony Ferguson stay away from his 2-year-old son, as well as Christina Ferguson's parents and her brother. She is asking for Tony Ferguson to undergo a 52-week batterer intervention program and, quote, undergo a psychiatric evaluation and follow all prescribed course of treatment and medication. Christina Ferguson wrote that there is a fear that her husband will flee with their son, and she is asking for full custody of the child. Tony Ferguson has not been arrested nor charged with any crimes. The court has scheduled a Domestic Violence Prevention Services investigation into Tony Ferguson for March 22nd and a hearing for April 5th. MMA Junkie was the first to report the news of the restraining order request. According to Christina Ferguson's declaration to the court, Tony Ferguson, 35, arrived at her parents' home, where Christina has been residing on March 7th. Tony allegedly asked their son, quote, "Want to go for a ride?" Christina said...
I'm picturing him like saying, "You want to go for a ride," like Jack Nicholson with the in The Shining. You know, I just feel like he gets in and "You want to go for a ride, man? You want to go?" Got a fucking axe in his hand. Gonna chop you up.
Christina said she told Tony it was too late and he could not take their son. She wrote that she and her mother stood in front of Tony to prevent him from leaving, but he pushed them both out of the way, ran back into the house, out of the back door, and over the fence, all with his son in his arms.
Super chat.
We got a Kevin Costa high donation.
Cheers to the MMA-Holes.
Whoa!
Woo!
Most winning tonight is as likely as Ferguson passing a psychological test. Points to my girl, JBH.
JBH getting the points. Here we go. Let's play the music. Thank you, Kevin Costa.
My boy! Yes! Yes!
Help me win, friends. Don't let this happen again. Points to JBH. That'll be 7 on the board.
Thank you, Kevin.
You gonna dance for us? Kevin with a K. All right. Kevin with the points. Kevin. All right. And he put 699. So he is the new leader of the highest donations tonight. I put Jesus Christ.
$6.99.
There we go.
All right, allow me to continue this story.
Yeah, get back to this Fergie story. Thank you, Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay, back
All
to
right. Christina wrote that Tony left his cell phone and his car behind and ran away on foot with their son, who was not wearing shoes or a diaper. It was also raining out. She wrote, quote, "I was terrified for the safety of our son." Earlier that day, Christina wrote that Tony had been acting irrationally, asking whose car was parked outside of the residence and if she was withdrawing money from their joint bank accounts.
We got Colby Covington donation by Clocks. Let's see what Clocks has to say.
Points, Chris.
Yes!
Bro, don't you think we should have the boxing rule that you can't be over 10 pounds after weigh-in for fight? We will get fighters more natural weights and much less weight misses at weigh-ins. Just a thought, what you think?
I think that's a good idea.
Be over 10 pounds after weigh-in for a fight.
Yeah, I think that is a fantastic idea. I am down with that. And Clocks, thank you very much. Not only am I down with that idea, but I'm down with the points. The boys are in the building. That is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Clocks.
Wonderful.
The Mystic on the board with the 5. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to win tonight. There's nothing Kevin can
This
do.
is a juicy story. I'm actually excited to hear
All right,
this.
back to the Fergie story.
All right. Earlier that day, Christina wrote that Tony had been acting irrationally, asking her whose car was parked outside the residence and if she was withdrawing money from their joint bank accounts to take their son to Italy. She said, quote, "I am not Italian and I do not know anybody in Italy."
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
We got Vlad jumping in with the points.
Shocker. She asked for full custody for maximum shekels in the divorce. What a disgusting bitch. Soon as he starts making the bigger money issues happen in the household. I hope he'd take her for a ride too, but with her in the trunk.
Whoa, Jesus.
Points, MOS.
Oh my goodness.
That's a fantastic donation.
It's a crazy.
The boys are back in town with 7. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, back to the story. Wow, the people are fooging off tonight, and I'm loving it.
Christina wrote, quote, "I am not Italian and I do not know anybody in Italy." Christina filed the request for a restraining order March 13th in Santa Ana, California. Police department officers went to Tony's residence that day to, quote, "remove the child," per the police incident report. In a welfare check, police reported that the child, quote, "appeared well taken care of," and Tony Ferguson, quote, "let the child go with his mother on his own free will." The Santa Ana police has responded to several calls to the Ferguson family residence over the last 14 months. The March 7th incident was the culmination of what Christina believes is a series of mental breaks that Tony has been having, she wrote. Last month, Tony allegedly had increased delusions and paranoia. Tony believed our son was Jesus Christ, and Tony was the second Jesus Christ, per Christina's declaration. She wrote that Tony asked their son if he was possessed or overtaken by other beings, which frightened the child. In a statement sent to media, Christina Ferguson via her attorney Jeffrey L. Heath, she wrote, quote, Tony Ferguson is a good husband and a good father to our son. The current legal proceedings are a part of a process to ensure that Tony will receive the help necessary to continue being the best possible, as well as to pursue his passion and career as a UFC champion fighter. All positive well wishes are sincerely appreciated, and I hope our privacy will be respected. Here are the key claims made in Christina's declaration by date. February 5th, Christina wrote that Tony did not sleep and he believed there would be a great flood as a result of the lunar eclipse. Tony allegedly purchased a life raft and took Christina and their son on a drive inland all the way to Palm Desert, California, about 111 miles from their home in Santa Ana. Christine wrote that Tony woke her and her son up in the middle of the night there and said they had to leave because they were not safe. Tony promised to seek help with mental issues if there was no flood.
Pervert cameraman, yeah. Boobies. Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman beware. Show them tits. Pervert cameraman. $10 tip. Yeah. Pervert cameraman. Ariane Celeste. Pervert cameraman. Show them breasts. Boobies.
We got real
PTSJBH. After Jorge wins tomorrow, I want you to remember I also told you Colby is smashing. That bum Usman. Colby is the all-American anti-abortion champion we need. Donald Trump, great economy. You can't trust these women. Most sleep with one eye open.
Whoa! I don't care if that was a backhanded compliment or not.
There you go.
Whoa!
$10 donation, and that goes to JBH over here. A lot of work tonight with all this stuff going on here. Let's put the 10 over to JBH points. 19 points on the board. There we go. JBH in the lead, 19-7. Not nervous in any way. Simpery is not part of the game tonight. Tonight, the boys will ride.
Oh, stop it. That doesn't work anymore.
We have 154 people watching, and the boys will ride tonight. By the way, Real is in the lead for the pens. That's right.
For the
BetDSI.
Fancy pens.
These things, I don't want to give them away. They're nice. They're very nice. Comes with a nice case.
The fancy pens.
Fucking things are really nice. BetDSI pens over here.
Fancy pens.
Very fancy schmancy. So they are wonderful. And right now, Real is in the lead with 10 points. Okay, $10 or back to start.
On February 12th, Tony. Oh, whoa.
What?
I fill up my shopping cart. It really fucking hurts so much. My muscular ass is sore. I let out my manly roar. Everybody! I fill up my shopping cart. It really fucking hurts so much. My muscular ass is sore. I like to beat up girls with ease. With ease.
Ouch. We have a new chip leader. And his life on autopilot with a 15 spot.
Wonderful points, most.
Yes, the boys. The boys are riding hard tonight, Jesse. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Wonderful.
We ride hard, Jesse. How do you feel about that?
Life on autopilot. I thought we had a spec.
Spec my ass.
But apparently not.
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
Jesse, you want to get back into the story?
I do.
How
After
much?
you put your points in.
Yeah. All right.
22 points, my friend. Not a point more.
Should I put 23? Just to, all right, 22, fine. 22-19. I have just taken the lead.
Super
In the points game, Brian Young coming in with the deuce.
You motherfucker!
What did I miss? PTS Most, I got you tonight.
You know what, Brian Young? Wait a minute. Push pause. You know what, Brian Young? I got my boy, and I got real tonight. So suck on that big fat one.
Now, the boys are riding tonight, Jesse. The boys are riding tonight. It's Friday night, and the boys will ride. 24-19.
My boys will ride.
Thank you for the donations. Back to Kukui.
February 12th, Tony had what Christina described as a, quote, psychotic break or a panic attack. He screamed in her face, sweared at her, and believed she was someone else, she wrote. Quote, I woke up late that night to Tony standing over me accusing me of being a witch, Christina wrote. February 16th, Christina wrote.
She might be. She could be a witch. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm with Kukui on this one. She might be a witch.
February 16th, only 4 days after this, Christina wrote that Tony unplugged the refrigerator and turned off half the power in their home because he believed there were cameras in the refrigerator and ceiling fan and that he was being watched. He also cut the wires to the heat and air conditioning units, she wrote, because he believed there was a tracking device in it. Tony allegedly tore the vanity mirror off the bathroom wall because he believed there was something behind it and took his son's food away because he believed it was poisoned. February 19th, 3 days later, Tony allegedly agreed to be taken for psychological help at Keck Medical Center at USC. Christina and her father went to pick him up, she wrote. When they arrived, they saw furniture and walls in the home had been destroyed. The mantle was ripped off the wall because Christina wrote that Tony believed there was a hidden doorway under the fireplace. Santa Ana police were called that day, which is also around when she moved into her parents' home, she wrote.
Oh,
March 5th, just a couple weeks
I kind of want to
later.
hang out with them now.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Christina wrote that she picked Tony up to take him again to Keck Medical Center. While they were driving there, they hit traffic on the 405 freeway in Los Angeles. While the car was moving, Christina wrote that Tony jumped out onto the freeway, ran away, jumped over a fence, and disappeared.
He went complete split on her.
He did make it back to their family residence later. There were other situations in January of 2019, as well as situations all the way back in January 2018, the latter of which was when Christina wrote that Tony was drinking heavily and displayed manic behavior. She added that she believes things began getting worse when Tony injured his knee in April 2018 and needed surgery. That injury forced him out of UFC 223 title fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov. She said, quote, "There are many frightening incidents which I have yet to list in this declaration. However, I have videos and photographs of Tony's frightening, irrational, and paranoid behavior which depicts Tony crying, laughing, muttering, yelling, etc. for no apparent rational reason." Christina wrote that Tony allegedly had a, quote, mental break after winning the Ultimate Fighter 13 in 2011. He flew home to visit his parents in Michigan and was removed from the flight because of an alleged outburst. Christina wrote that Tony went to the hospital in Michigan and he was prescribed risperidone, a medication that can be used to treat schizophrenia and bipolar.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tony and Christina were married in 2012, and she wrote that things got better until 2017 when his unstable behavior began to surface. At the time, she wrote, he was also drinking heavily. There was a time when Tony vowed to protect her and their son, but Christina wrote that he has begun to think she is evil and will not let her shower or be in the bathroom alone.
Wow, this girl is just fucking... She is just... Oh my God.
She said, quote, "His behavior is getting worse and more frightening. I am afraid that during one of Tony's episodes, Tony will kill me, our son, and or himself."
Wow.
Christina added that she has not filed for divorce and believes that Tony is in need of mental help. Tony Ferguson, who's 24-3, is regarded as one of the best fighters in the world and is a prominent name in the UFC's lightweight division. He won the UFC interim lightweight title at UFC 216 and last competed in October when he defeated Anthony Pettis via second-round TKO at UFC 229. Tony Ferguson, nicknamed El Kukui, was surprisingly passed up for an interim lightweight title fight at UFC 236.
Now it makes sense.
UFC President Dana White wrote to a fan in his Instagram comments this week that Ferguson is, quote, "dealing with a lot of personal issues right now and can't fight. Hopefully, things turn around for him and he can get back in there," White wrote. Tony Ferguson's management from Paradigm told MMA Junkie in a statement, quote, "This is a private family matter that is in the process of being resolved."
Yeah, shout out to MMA Junkie, man. They got all the dirt. Now, before we really dig into this, okay, I just want to make this clear. Whatever he's going through, it sounds really fucked up, and I actually kind of feel bad for the guy. You know,
I agree.
Before we completely make fun of him and make fun of the whole situation, I just want to make that clear. This is serious stuff that we're talking about here, okay? And the things that will follow what I'm saying right now, do not take it serious in any way. Tony Ferguson, I hope you get better, man. I really do. I really hope you get better. It would be great to see you back in the cage. I don't know if that is even possible now. I mean, the dude needs some help. He needs some serious help.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that it's safe. I mean, it's smart for all of us to keep in mind that regardless of whatever she's throwing out there, it's clear that this is beyond any personal issues he might be having because of a surgery or anything like that. He's got serious mental issues that he needs to have dealt with.
That, you know, now we put that aside. Okay. I want to hang out with the guy. I think he needs his own reality show because the things that this woman is claiming. First of all, she's like, I don't want to divorce him. I don't want this and that. But by the way, he's a complete psychopath. Like,
schizophrenia is no joke, though. I mean, it makes you fucking paranoid, and it makes you behave in ways. And the thing is with something like schizophrenia or even bipolar disorder, things like that, you don't have to have it your whole life. It can erupt out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Absolutely nowhere. It can erupt, and you have no idea how it happened, and it just completely changes a person. Okay,
let's go back to The Ultimate Fighter. Tony Ferguson on The Ultimate Fighter was one of the most unlikable characters I've ever seen on The Ultimate Fighter. The dude was loony. He was loony on The Ultimate Fighter. I felt after years went on, he was collecting some wins, looks fantastic in the cage, molded himself to be one of the best fighters in the UFC. He had a family. He seemed like he pulled it all together. It seemed like things were coming together. The red flags were the posts on the internet, online. And we've been making mention of this. Like, there is something off with the guy. Remember we were saying this doesn't even make sense. We've done... Hold on.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
We got a little Vlad action.
Incredible amount of detail she was able to remember. Almost as if she had been logging everything he's been doing to build up her case when she asks for money and property in the divorce. I'm going to DM Tony and tell him she's the Antichrist. PTSMOS.
Yeah, pessimistic. Thank you very much.
I want to say in regards to that, I get it. I get how it might look like she's been building up a case in order to take property and money. Hold on.
Super chat.
Brian Young coming in.
PT's JBH.
Well,
wait, WTF. FMLL Cuckoo influenced me.
Yeah! Whoa! There we go, Kukui. Wait, hold on a second. Kukui influenced you into a donation to JBH. Oh my God. All right, Jesse. Okay. Got the two.
So I wanted to say, Vlad, I completely get it. I mean, I am sure everybody's seen it before in one case or another where someone has built a case in order to get money and property in a divorce. But I will say in this situation, if I was in that situation and it had been occurring over the last year or whatever, I probably would have started recording shit too, because it's not about building the case. It's about your safety. And when you have a child involved, it's your child's safety. It's not even about the money. Okay. So to piggyback over what Vlad's saying though, right? I feel she knew what she was getting into. He was clearly nuts before. She said that he changed his behavior after the tough finale.
After the tough finale?
Yeah. So after that is when his behavior started to shift. And then when he went into knee surgery, he just became a completely other person.
He seemed clearly unstable during The Ultimate Fighter. Mm-hmm. When I watched that thing, I did not like the guy at all.
Yeah, and she said after his most recent knee surgery in 2018, she said he just completely fell off.
Super chat.
It's a fascinating story. We got Keegs coming in with
wonderful, wonderful. Points, MOS.
That's a smart person there, Keegs. 1 to 2. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm so excited tonight.
Yeah.
I am so excited. 28th for the Mystical. Thank you for the donation. I think she kind of, maybe she didn't know the severity of the situation, but she knew he was off. I mean, so now.
But there's a reason she's not divorced. She said she didn't file for divorce. She has custody of the
son. Well, that's why
right
she didn't file. Because she knows there's something fucking wrong with the guy from the beginning.
And she still loves him. She still wants him to get help. I think what she's trying to do right now is see if he can get help. If he can get himself fixed, then maybe put him through some kind of medical whatever. Get himself fixed. Maybe if he has to take medication, then he takes medication. But if it makes him sane, then, no problems. She's only concerned for the safety of herself and her child right now. She's not trying to divorce him.
Yeah, well, I think the reasoning is, I agree with that. But
super
we got Brian Young coming in with the super chat.
You're being filmed by Crying Baby. PTS Mos.
What? Thank you. Yes, that's right. Let's put the 2 on the board. Thank you, Brian Young, coming back in my direction. Wow, look at that. 30, making it even 30.
Tony has always been cringe. I think a lot of people can agree that Tony's been cringe for a while, but his behavior is a whole other story.
We're going to keep this party going over here, but we have 50 likes. Cue the Katy Perry music. Go!
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got
50 likes.
MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got
50 likes.
We've got 50 likes.
MMA-Holes 50 likes.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes.
MMA-Holes 50 likes.
The dislikes can choke on a dick.
All right. Let's see how many people are choking on a dick right now. 9 dick
9
chokers. Thank you. All right. There we go. 50 likes. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I think that's a reason why she isn't divorcing him, because she kind of knew he's a little loon.
Yeah.
Now let's discuss.
She still loves him.
Yeah, and they have kids together.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the fact of people. Some people are saying he's on meth. Some people are saying CTE. Like, I don't know if it's drugs, but then again, he was drinking and stuff like that.
I will say the whole, like, what we, and it was in the Discord, they were talking about that, about him being on meth, and it's logical. It's extremely if it was me, I'd probably be like, is this guy on drugs? But some of the stuff he was mentioning in there, and not a lot of people are familiar with what schizophrenia is, but I have a family member, a distant relative, but a family member who ended up having schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to some of the stuff that was mentioned in here. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
A family member.
what does that mean?
That was just it was a JBH joke. Sorry.
How's that a JBH joke?
I kid. What's up, Holiday Outdoor Services? Welcome to the MMA-Holes. All right.
Wonderful.
So
I don't know. It's just very, very, very closely related
yeah.
to what schizophrenia is. It doesn't sound like bipolar. This
Yeah.
is like straight up paranoia.
Yeah, I don't think it's drugs, but you know, being put in the cage that many fights, right, and taking the damage, and he's taken a lot of damage. You know, he's taking it. So if you're already crazy, and then that brain getting rattled around for X amount of years,
Yeah.
eventually you could lose it.
And then
What's
he's
interesting?
drinking. He went on drinking binges and stuff. Like, that doesn't help.
Here's the fascinating thing. This sport is fairly young if you think about it, right? We don't know the long-term effects.
Yeah.
Are we finally seeing it? The Matt
Maybe.
Hugheses, the Tony Fergusons. Are we finally seeing that this sport is fucking crazy? The elbows, the knees to the head, like the impact of this sport on these fighters as it goes along, and the wife beating and all the shit that's happening, the violence and the craziness. Maybe this sport isn't as safe as people think. They say it's safer than boxing because if you look at the statistics. But now that it's moving along, we're starting to see this shit happen. Maybe it's all going back to the same thing, you know, which is
No, I
mixed
think you
martial
could
arts.
be right. I mean, there's already been proof in science. You know, there's already been research that's been done that shows that damage to the brain can cause behavioral issues. So it's not impossible.
The only
Absolutely.
reason why I'm not saying that's the case is The Ultimate Fighter. When I watched Kukui on The Ultimate Fighter, this guy was a nut job. Like, I was like, this guy is fucking weird. There's something wrong with
But
this
he was
guy.
also fighting for long before he was in the Ultimate.
Yeah,
Fighter,
yeah,
so
he was
could've been
competing
hitting
then.
hand.
Yeah, maybe he did have something go on, but I think he's a special person.
Maybe he has an aneurysm. Aneurysms can cause behavioral
Aw, super chat.
He'd be dead if that's the case. Brian Young.
JBH, I need you to know that points are for most.
The boys are riding 32 wonderful, wonderful points. All right. Thank you very much for those points. Appreciate it. 32-21 is the points game right now. 180 people watching. Thank you for joining us.
I just noticed that you can see a big old pimple right here.
All right. You can't give points to someone that has a pimple like that. It's unprofessional.
I have a big pimple right there,
You
guys.
should just say it's a beauty mark. You grew a beauty mark for the show.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Look at that thing.
Should
It has its own freaking.
I should chew on it.
It's like it has its own zip code.
Oh, a zip code.
Nailed it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's see what the chat has to say about El Kukui.
Patty Brady says Tom Ferguson is a fruitcake. Love him. You mean Tumor? JBH says Drunk Savage. Duke Chronic says cheers. JBH. Saleo 2. Kurt Cobain had an aneurysm. King Your Mother's Ring. Gross. 2 Joint says weed helps Staley. Moon rocks are wonderful. Wonderful says Jackson S. Brian Redband. Find Dr. Pimple Popper immediately. Acer63 says maybe Eddie Bravo red pilled him. Maybe Eddie Bravo. Sorry. Red pilled him. And then black pilled him with the flat earth shit. LOL.
Oh, shit. You know what? Who said that?
Acerv63.
Acerv63. You know, that's a fucking good point. He hangs out with Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo's a certified loony. Right?
Right.
Mr. Flat Earth. I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the Bravo, you know? Maybe he's implanted with some fucking weirdo thoughts.
Yeah.
That's a fucking... I'm surprised I didn't think of that. This community's fucking smart. It never even dawned upon me with that whole thing.
The Wade Bloodgood Journey says, I know this is off subject of MMA, but check out this girl, Nadezhda Alexandrova. singing Wicked Games. The voice Bulgaria 2019 blind auditions.
PTS for the one without a zit.
Yeah! Put 34 points over there for the boys. The boys are riding tonight. Man, what a night. The boys are riding. Can we hold on to this lead, though?
Is there a dermatologist in the chat?
We should do on the Adaya Doom, we should do a zit popping section
disgusting.
on there. Okay. 81 likes. Thank you for the likes. Let's see what else you guys think. Let me know in the chat. We told the story over here. A quick synopsis of the story because I know some new people are jumping in. Donation, Vlad.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
CHOO.
Motherfuckers.
If I were Eddie Bravo cage side for his next fight, I'd be in his ear like, listen to me. Tony, this guy is under MK Ultra and is trying to kill you and your family. If you don't murder him, your heart will stop. Points most # distant.
Thank you, Vlad. That was wonderful. That would be a good move, right?
Yeah.
By Eddie?
Joke Savage says, you blocked Dr. Steve Johnson. He could have helped you, JBH.
That's true. He could have. Well, you could use his other account to help. All right. Let's see. Thoughts on Ferguson. Jesse,
yes.
Let the people know, the new people that are jumping in right now, just a quick synopsis of this story. El Kukui kind of losing it.
Yes.
It's sad. It really is sad because you never want to see someone completely go off the deep end.
Right.
But
so his wife, his wife has filed a domestic violence restraining order against him. No divorce or anything, but has full custody of the child for now, as she is hoping that El Kukui goes through some sort of medical seminar in order to diagnose him and perhaps put him on medical treatment due to a series of events that she has not only recorded but has written down for the court about him having this weird schizophrenic bipolar paranoia behavior over the last year or so, binge drinking, taking her son, pushing her and her mother, lots of things. But
all right, so what I want to know in the chat, what is the reason? A lot of people, the Kukui supporters are, and I got some family, big Kukui supporters over there. Shout out to the Michigan peeps.
Huge
over
Kukui
there.
supporters.
They love the Kukuis. Listen, the guy is one of the best. It's a shame. It's a shame to see it happen because this sidetracks him, and you don't even know if he's ever going to be back in the cage with this stuff that's going on here. So hopefully he gets better. But a lot of people that are pushing for Kukui are saying it's CTE. They're saying it's damage. I don't know if that is my opinion on this. Like I said, I've noticed that he's had strange behaviors way back, you know, and it just seems like it's just getting worse. Maybe it is the constant head bashing. You know, he's not the smartest when it comes to protecting his head.
I don't think it's head bashing in my opinion.
I mean, but if you look at his fights, man, sometimes those hands are down. He's rolling around, smashing his head off of things. And, you know, like, I mean, how he trains. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he fucking bashes his head off of a lead pipe to toughen up his face.
I bet the head bashing doesn't help. I agree, but I think he does have a serious mental, and like I said, schizophrenia and bipolar especially come out of nowhere. You could be not diagnosed with it and then start showing signs of it like at 32 years old, you know? 20 years old, 15 years old. It doesn't matter. It just comes out of nowhere. It's not like you're born with it. And over time, it progresses if it's not treated. But you can't expect it, you know? And it changes behavior like that.
Watching the way he trains. You know, watching his style of training.
Like the fucking, what was he, elbowing a steel pipe or some shit like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's out there. He is out there. Hopefully he gets better. Let's see what the chat says. What is the reason for this situation with El Kukui? What do you think in the chat? Is it drugs? Is it CTE? Is it the damage from the UFC? Is it just that he's Tony Ferguson?
Bree Reyes in the chat says, I agree with JBH. Matt C. JBH knows 2 joints of FAP. Do chronic fighters don't heal properly after a KO? Mac B says, Tony isn't the type of guy to do something like this. I feel like he's suffering from CTE along with some other mental illnesses and heavy drinking. Faxa says, the more you spar, the more intense it is. Hi, Bree, says Mike Lenzalone. Blue Ball, says Cameron Olson. FAP, says Colby Johnson. Women drive men crazy, says Drunk Savage. Perhaps. It's too much Pornhub, says Patty Brady. OFG. I missed it, sorry. Sounds like meth, like in the Discord. Oh! By the way, guys, there was a little conversation about meth in the Discord, and Mystic Moss decided to pull his guitar out last night, and he was singing songs, and the Discord was just talking about the topic of meth and the use of meth, and it inspired Chris so much that he decided, let's sing about it. So he had his guitar in his lap, and he just started playing, and I the fortunate blessing to you that I am, had my phone on me, and I hit record, and it was great.
Jesse, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? I don't know anything that you're talking about. So you're saying there was a song in the Discord about methamphetamine.
100%. Would you like me to find it for you?
No, you might be able to find it. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you would like to hear this song. I mean, I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea.
Vigo Stockholm says Stalio 2.
Super chat.
Yo, we got Daniel Miranda dropping
Tony
in.
letting UFC politics get to him. Hopefully he will be fine. Can't wait. Watch the fights with Yell tomorrow and see some dragons.
Yeah, baby.
Eddie is right. Look into it.
There you go.
Into it.
Daniel Miranda dropping a 10 spot. You are wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Daniel Miranda.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
I
don't know what the video is, to be honest.
You can
with you.
just find it on my YouTube channel.
Nah, it's a lot of work.
No, you want me to send it to you? I'll send it to you. I got you, boo.
So in the Discord, I don't know. It would have been funny if I would have segued right into the video, but now it kind of lost its luster, Jesse.
No,
So
absolutely not. You guys know you want to hear it.
I don't know. I don't know if they want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, but I kind of have to hear it, says Boss Koger. Well, you know what? I tell you what, Jesse.
Yes.
We'll just leave it for our patrons in the Discord.
Really? I
Well,
kind of want them to hear it.
That's the bonus shit that they get, the patrons over there. So shout out to our patrons. By the way, we are 57 strong in the Discord. Our patrons are very strong over here. Thank you very much to the people that support this show. You are wonderful, wonderful. Jesse, what do you mean but? No buts in this shite.
But.
Whoa, Henry Solstice. Damn, son. Henry Solstice coming in hot with a donation. One of the biggest donations of all FOOK on Fridays. I don't even know what to do. Just... Whoa!
Please, I'm begging you. Don't ever buy another UFC pay-per-view again.
And we got Clocks with a 50 spot.
No! No! No!
I don't want your money.
Pussies.
Pussies.
I don't want your money.
Pussies.
Clocks with the 50 spot.
Pussies.
I don't want your money.
Pussies.
Money.
Wow.
Pussies.
You're a moron.
Wow.
I don't
Clocks
want
with the
your
50.
Money.
Pussy.
Money.
Pussy.
Wow, that came out of nowhere. Clocks with the 50 spot.
Points most pens to Vlad if it wins. Vlad, my brother, goes out of his way for me and hooks me up every FKIN time. Steve the MMA guy was cool. Steve the guy was a FKIN jerk off in low life, and I told you guys this months ago, and I had no idea who he was. FK me.
Right, Clocks.
Wow, Clocks with a big one over there, dropping 50. Jesse, what do you say about that?
Pens to Vlad.
Wow, Vlad getting the pens.
Super chat.
$100 super chat.
I will have those pens.
Yes!
I will be suing Travis John Wesley. Tune into my channel because Wesley is afraid to fight Henry Solstice.
Wow.
Split points.
Wow,
Thanks
wow,
for the
wow.
9K towards my lawsuit. I'm going to sue that man-child skateboarder with my BETDSI wins.
Wow. By the way, Henry Solstice is a huge leader right now. I'm just going to put Henry over here.
Henry Solstice just won the pens.
Well, listen, the game is not over. The game is not over.
Just won the pens.
You're just saying that's it? You never know. Jesse, you never know.
Right now, Henry Solstice just won the pens.
Look at that. Henry Solstice dropping the 100 spot, flipping points around. All right, so let's do the math here. I get 100 points, right? Because it's 50 and 50, and you get 50 points, right? Let's do that. 136 for Chris. Wow, what a points game tonight. 136. And then the 50 spot for JBH puts her at 71.
Guys, real, my boy, someone help me, please.
Wow. What a night. Holy shit. Maddie.
Yet again, the MMA gods are ensuring that Khabib versus Ferguson will never happen.
Man, that is the saddest part of this whole thing with El Kakui. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate it, man. Jesse?
I'm just saying, if anybody wants these pens that Henry Solstice is currently reigning over, points to JBH, I'm just saying, I've been promoting these beautiful pens this whole time.
Well, Henry is the chip leader.
No, you don't want Henry Solstice to have the pens. You want the pens, and I want to win. So, win-win situation over here.
What did I tell you? Tonight's for the boys. Tonight, you got to let the boys have one. Tonight's for the boys. So it's 136-71. If you want JBH back in the game, make sure you put points to JBH. But right now, Henry Solstice and Clocks, thank you so much, everyone, for the donations tonight. Unbelievable shit. By the way, let's segue to this, friends. BetDSI, Henry Solstice did fantastic on BetDSI.
Yes.
We have a guaranteed pick. He's not the underdog anymore, but we have money on Gunnar Nelson this weekend. So let's talk about a little something. Word from our sponsor, the greatest way to make a bet, the only way to make a bet.
BetDSI!
Yeah!
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMAHOLE and get up to 100% bonus match today.
Yeah.
BetDSI is top rated on betting review sites. Use your sports knowledge to make some extra cash. BetDSI is a very user-friendly interface and mobile site as well as the fastest payouts in the industry. Simply play, win, and get paid. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA Football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all other major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. Try live betting at BetDSI where you can bet on games through the entire matchup, every play, and every minute until the end. New members get 100% bonus match using promo code MMAHOLE with the link in the description below.
Yes!
We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to the fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI using promo code MMAHOLE with the link in the description below and get this limited time 100% bonus offer to make some extra cash in the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
Yeah, baby. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank
Man,
you so much.
I am fucking good.
You are good.
I gotta say, I am great at live reads. If you want to hire me for a live read, I'm just saying, I could make some extra cash and you could use a great live reader. So if you have a business of your own,
All right,
contact
Jesse.
me.
You're fantastic. All right, Jesse, reading the BetDSI over here, and yeah, if you want to place a bet, it's the only place to do it. We have two bets tomorrow: Ian Heinisch, and we have Gunnar Nelson, the underdogs over here. Well, Gunnar's still an underdog, so we still have a chance. Actually, we got him before both of them, so changed. But if you want to get a bet in, make sure you do it soon because these numbers change constantly. Let me know who you have money on and who are you picking this weekend. And Darren Till versus Jorge Masvidal.
Yes.
Masvidal is still the underdog. So if you guys are still feeling it, it's only a plus 187, but he still is an underdog. He was 200 and something before. So hopefully everyone is a winner tomorrow for UFC London.
London.
See what the chat has to say. Super chat.
Super chat.
Daniel Miranda.
That 100 was a mistake. Solstice is drunk. I almost did that. Tony Khabib will be the fight that never happened. Sadly, I hate it.
Yeah. So let's get back to the story. I think we're going to be talking about this. And thank you, Daniel Miranda. This is the story, right? As much as we horse around about this shit, it sucks. Do you think, let me ask you this, Jesse. All right?
I thought you were going to start singing.
Do you think?
Wonderful.
You think Dana's kicking back and like, well, we got rid of Ferguson.
Dana?
Yeah, because Ferguson brings no numbers. He's fantastic. He is a fantastic fighter, but he brings no numbers for Dana White. Do you think he's like, thank God he's fucking nuts? Do you think?
No.
Because it never worked out with Khabib,
But
right?
publicity reasons, it was good. He got a lot of publicity.
I tell you what, I think it sucks for the fans, but I think the UFC is secretly just celebrating right now. I really do. Now, Ferguson, if he does come back, he might come back at 170 or some shit like that. Leave the 155. Now he could play around with all his games that he's playing with the interim belts and the whole Conor situation. Khabib, another one that's being a knucklehead. We don't know when he's coming back. So, I mean, it's just a mess, 155. You throw Tony in the mix, doesn't have a fight. I think they're just sitting back like, well, that solves that problem.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think... I can see where you're coming from. Maybe you're right, but I don't know. I don't think that Dana White really... you're going to accentuate my pimple.
No, you don't want to be on screen?
I don't want my pimple accentuated.
Just talk like this and put it over there.
So I don't think that
Don't want to see your beauty.
it?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, here we go. I don't think that Dana White is like, oh, yay, Ferguson's gone. Because even though Ferguson didn't always bring the pay-per-view numbers, he brought the publicity. So, if you take UFC 216, or 220, or no, 216, I'm sorry. For example, which was supposed to be Khabib Ferguson, right? Was that 216? I think it was 216.
I forgot what number, but it's supposed to happen like, what, 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, anyways, I think if you take that for example, and then Ferguson ended up falling out.
No one cares about your pimple, Jess. It's all right. No one cares. You can put the mic over here if you want. No, this is the MMA-Holes.
And then Ferguson ended up falling out.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So you don't think?
But
and
I
that's
think
fair.
that people wanted to watch the fight for that because Khabib Ferguson was supposed to happen 4 times before. So now this is the 4th time that they were supposed to fight, and everyone's like, oh my God, we got to see this. That brings a lot of numbers. And then Ferguson falls out. Yeah, Ferguson fell out, no big deal, but he brought publicity to that card.
Yeah,
so no matter who fought on that card, people were going to watch it.
Kukui, he just doesn't draw. Now, for the fans, I do believe we all want to see that fight. Khabib versus Ferguson is the fight. You know, we've been wanting this fight for a long time, and it's been pulled away from us over and over and over again. But it's all about numbers.
Yeah.
You know, this is the UFC. This is what we're dealing with. So I'm actually thinking that Dana White's like, well, that just solved a big problem for us. You know? And now we know that Ferguson most likely didn't turn down the Holloway fight.
Yeah.
You know, his shit was probably going on there. And it probably wasn't, or maybe, he did turn it down, but he was probably because of this whole situation over here. Hopefully Kukui comes back and, you know, he can clean everything up. Let's see what the chat has to say.
I can see that zit pulsing with your heartbeat, says Jay Reyes. The zit is enormous. It'll go away in 2 to 3 weeks. We look at Moss's face, so we're fine looking at your pimple, JB.
Yeah, my face is like a giant zit already. It's like, it's red enough to be a zit.
But this thing, like, has its own freaking, like, this is crazy. Like, that's a big one, right?
This is how you know. This is how you know that.
I never had acne growing up, but all of a sudden.
Every time you get a zit, you're going to lose the points game. That's right. The zit makes you lose the points game. By the way, it's not over. 136 to 71. You never know with this game. Link in the description if you want to play along. I can't even get over the generosity tonight. It is wonderful, wonderful. Couple of last thoughts on the Ferguson situation. And we're going to move on to the rest of the stories for the evening. Let us know in the chat what you think about El Crazy.
All right. I don't give a zit, says Jeremiah White. Jay Ray's laughing in the chat. Dana's celebrating in some hotel snorting coke. Cut with HGH off a hooker's ass with a rhino horn, says Jackson S. Drunk Savage says it's from the proper 12. JBH. Schlagboy, it says it has its own zit code. Ryan Redman says JBH, get a needle and stab it and then squeeze it with a tissue clean with alcohol.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Joe Rod says, I think it's funny. Tony lives in Santa Ana, California. Fucking A, that place is ghetto as fuck. Women need to look flawless all the time. It's true, Staley. It's very true. Mitchell Calkins says, JBH, you truly are amazing at speaking fast. Thank you. Lick these, please, says, I've heard TV adds 10 pounds, but damn, that zit adds 100 pounds to you. Why would you say that to me? Why would you say that? You hurt my feelings. Harvey Weinstein says he should get into the audition business. Manny C says cops show up saying it's warrant time.
By the way, shout out to Harvey and Real
yes.
with Aljamain's interview. Harvey with the big ebony honey buns. I'm
Can I tell them the story? If they
you weren't there.
Instagram?
You didn't. I mean, you
but
saw
it's
me.
Funny.
All right, go ahead. Tell the story.
Oh, if you haven't seen it on Instagram, he could elaborate on it, but it's a pretty self-explanatory story. It's he was coconut oiling his teeth to make them nice and white and sparkly, and then he was watching the show, and then the honey buns donation came on saying, I can make that little black eggplant explode like a volcano or something like that. And he laughed so hard he spit coconut oil out all over the living room and our computer.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. It was in the background. I was editing something, and I just hear, oh, super chat, big ebony honey buns, and that donation came in, and it just went I don't remember the last time I fucking spit something out of my mouth. Well, last night when I was sucking your cock. No, anyway, what? Jesse.
What the fuck?
I beat him to the joke. But it literally flew out of my mouth. I had no control of it. All over my computer, all over the floor, and she's in the shower, and I walk over there. I'm like, I'm covered in coconut oil. I'm like, I can't even believe it. You guys are fucking hilarious. And Real with the donation as well. As TJ Dillashaw with the knockout. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Funny shit, man. So shout out to the crazies that donated in the show. All right, Jesse, we're going to move on to some more stories. The MMAHoles.com. By the way, the new website, very close. Jesse, what is an ETA? What do you say?
Right now, I just have to do the SEOs and get the domain transferred. So I would say by sometime next week, you should have a new site.
Chat.
New site next week. Looking forward to that. Brian Young.
JBH, why is your face breaking out? PTS smoke.
Whoa, man, the zinger. Boom, roasted, as Ben Askren would say, right?
Well, I mean, I already roasted myself.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just want to say boom, roasted. All right, so the 138 to 71. Thank you for playing along tonight. And right now, the Henry Solstice is the leader for the pens, so we'll be sending that out. How many people in the chat saw Ben Askren? I should say the Ben Askren press conference, because there was someone else there, and no one cared, right? It was just all Ben Askren over there. The Boom Roasteds, Darren Till coming out. Actually, I think we have that story, right?
Everything about that was completely cringe, by the way.
I liked it. Maybe that's why, because it was cringe. But I actually enjoyed that whole situation. Usually those are pretty bad. But Ben made it interesting. And let's get over to the MMAHoles.com.
All right. According to MMAnews.com, Darren Till rushes out from backstage to answer Ben Askren's call ahead of UFC London.
Boom roasted.
The fans in London nearly got treated to an extra main event after Darren Till ran out from backstage to shout at Ben Askren on stage during a Q&A in London. In the lead up to this weekend's card from England, Askren has loudly proclaimed that he wants the winner of the headline fight between Till versus Jorge Masvidal, but he's put a little extra effort in calling out the former title contender from Liverpool. On Friday, Askren was doing a Q&A session with fans when he called out Till yet again, except this time the British slugger was backstage preparing for his ceremonial weigh-ins. That's when Till took it upon himself to emerge from the back to scream at Askren before UFC security dragged him backstage again. UFC Europe posted on Twitter a video from, I believe, Darren Till's angle.
All right. Oh, Darren Till, this is actually an angle? All right, so this is, what Twitter is this? UFC Europe.
And after this, Askren said, pointing towards Till, "That's who I came for."
All right, let's see. Let's see this. Oh, there he is, flipping the Boyd. I want to just mute this a little bit. So there he is. Wow, so yeah, we saw the other angle. I can't fucking talk. One drink in, I can't talk. We saw the other angle during the press conference. So this is him coming in. All right, there he goes. Flipping the bird. They're all holding him back. He's flipping off his own people. Wait, why was he flipping off his own people?
No, I think he was just trying to, like...
Look, I'm showing my middle finger. What is he doing?
No, I don't...
He's like, fuck you, Ben Askren, and fuck my fans. What is that, Jess? Hold on, let's play that again. It kind of backfired, no? Hold on, let's look at it again. All right, so he comes out. He's like, fuck you, Ben Askren. Oh, what are you saying? Fuck you, too. All right. That was a little confusing. I think he forgot where he was. So I would like to see Askren.
That's my boy right there.
I would like to see Askren versus Till. I would enjoy that very much. Complete polar opposite styles. Who do you think wins?
Till.
Well, first he's got to get past Masvidal.
That's my boy right there. Darren Till's my boy. I'm telling you, hype train or no hype train, that guy has got something.
Well, he's going to win tomorrow. He's fighting a 155er, so he's going to win tomorrow. He's good against 155ers.
Till wins against Askren.
Till versus Askren? All right. Who wins? Askren or Till? Let me know in the chat.
Brian Burgess says, everybody wants a piece of Askren. You have never heard of me. He says, son, Joe Rod, Ben Askren needs to slow his roll, fucker, turning into a straight diva. Unemployed Mario Yamasaki says, Stone Cold Steve Austin moment. Vlad says, Askren beats Till. Brandon Moore says, am I the only one who thinks Masvidal is going to win? King of Brothers Ring says, Till's an idiot, LOL. Brian Redband says, how can JBH not like game bread? Game bread?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's that.
What's game bread?
Doesn't, that's Masvidal. That's his nickname.
Yeah. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
It's Jesus.
Don't have sex out of wedlock. Men become addicted to sex. Women use sex to control the man. Divorce rates are high mainly to having sex before marriage. Try not having sex for 6 months, sleeping in separate beds.
Whoa. Jeez.
BRB saving souls.
I think
women
heavy. Can be just as addicted to sex as men, and I think men can use sex to control women just as much too. So.
Thank you, Jesus. By the way, shout out to Dave Ambra, our patron. He's redoing his sleeves. The guy's covered in tattoos. He has a little spot over here.
Yeah.
Where he's going to put the MMA-Holes logo. He will be the first viewer of the MMA-Holes.
Is he the first
other than
viewer?
myself. Look at that fucking... Papa! But first viewer to ever put the MMA-Holes logo on skin, Jesse. What do you think about that?
That's crazy.
It's actually really cool. I think that's really neat. So,
cool.
Dave Ambra, you are wonderful. Let's get to the next story over here on the MMAHoles.com.
If you say so.
Jay Reyes goes with fellow meth head.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yo, shout out to the meth heads in the Discord. All right.
According to MMAnews.com, Chris Lieben files a lawsuit against the World Bare-Knuckle Fighting Federation promotion.
All right, so real quick, before you get into the story, Harvey Weinstein dropped into the DMs and brought this to our attention. I had no idea. So he's talking about getting paid over here, and Jesse's going to get into the story. And I was like, well, what about felony? Apparently, there's 2 bare-knuckle organizations. Do you know about this in the chat? Jesse, did you know about? I had no idea. I thought it was just one bare-knuckle organization.
I thought it was just Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship, but this is World Bare-Knuckle Fighting Federation. Yeah,
so there are multiple bare-knuckle organizations. I had no clue. So there you go. All right, let's see what the story's about.
The WBKFF, or otherwise known as the World Bare-Knuckle Fighting Federation, screwed over a lot of fighters after its inaugural event. The show went down on November 10th and featured the likes of former UFC stars Chris Lieben, Johnny Hendricks, Phil Baroni, and more. Initially, former NFL star Sean Merriman was in agreement to the fight on the card. However, the contractual issues with the promotion, Merriman luckily pulled out of the venture. As for Hendricks, he suffered a first-round knockout loss to Dakota Koshrain, while Lieben defeated Baroni with a knockout win of his own. A ton of controversy has now surrounded the promotion. Several of the fighters who competed on this card were not paid. According to the report from Forbes, Lieben, who has now signed with the Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship, is suing World Bare-Knuckle Fighting Federation for $90,000. The lawsuit was filed in San Diego Superior Court on Monday. Lieben claims the promotion hasn't paid $90,000 of his $100,000 fight purse. All that he has received is the $10,000 down payment before the fight took place. WBKFF owner Tomas Stankiewicz has since been sentenced to a year in prison for wire fraud in Illinois. He pleaded guilty to an Illinois court in 2018. As of this writing, Lieben is the only fighter known to have sued World Bare-Knuckle Fighting Federation.
All right, so what do you think about that shite over there?
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
This is Trans Luke Thomas.
If a man can feel like a woman and Democrats claim that's normal, why is it not normal to think a chip is in your knee? Are we supposed to pretend that a dude with a wig and a dick is a woman? In 2019, Tony Ferg is more sane than most.
You know what? He's not far off Trans Luke Thomas. I mean, if you think about it, right? We do live in a weird world. We were talking about generations before the show and how people were brought up and the pussification of the country now, right? I mean, the kids brought up now, it's a whole different world.
And you can't blame the kids. You can't blame the kids now because it's what they're taught. Yeah. It's what they're told society should be. And then they grow up with this mentality because they're told that society should be this way. And
maybe, do you think Tony Ferguson is crazy because of the 5G towers? Do you think they get maybe that? Or maybe Tony Ferguson got crazy because of the whole GSP situation. You heard about GSP?
What? Oh.
You know, maybe GSP got a hold of Tony Ferguson.
Greetings, Earthlings.
We come in peace.
We come from El Kukui. Everyone put your tinfoil hats on. Neek, nark, knock. There is chip in your leg, Tony. El Kukui. Your son is Jesus. Your son is the Messiah.
Just gonna put that over there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. If you have any thoughts on El Kukui, we'll talk about it all night long. We have other news to get to.
Chris Lieben.
Yeah, Chris Lieben. Yeah, so Bare-Knuckle, he's not getting paid?
So he did get his $10,000 down payment before the fight took place, but he did not get the other it's $100,000 total. He only got $10,000 for the down payment, but he didn't get the $90,000 after the fight took place, and that's what he said. $90,000.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Imagine you fight in an organization with no gloves, right? You're all fucked up, and then they don't pay you. Yeah. Like, what the hell? That's crazy, man. Yeah. Well, we know that Felony got paid with his Bare-Knuckle promotion, so thank God. If Felony didn't get paid, some heads would be rolling. You know what I mean, Jesse? Yes. Actually, we should put 45 on the clock. What do you think? Should we drop it on there? Or we wait?
Yeah, wait. It's not even
the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Christchurch Crusader.
Christchurch Crusader laid waste to 49 foreign invaders. God bless this soldier for his sacrifice and effort to save the European race from ethnic genocide and replacement. Everyone read his teachings. He wrote nothing but facts.
What is he talking about?
Violence is the only way.
I don't know. Honestly, I really don't even. I'm kind of confused. Christ Church Crusade. Was that Tony Ferguson that just donated to us? I don't even know what he was talking about there. Can anyone translate?
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone's having a good time. 99 Wayne Gretzky over there in the box. We will play the 100 like song or the 50 like song when we get one more like over there. That is wonderful, wonderful. Let's do it. One more like, Jesse.
Oh no, I know what they're talking about.
What are they talking about?
There was a shooting in New Zealand.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there was a shooting at a mosque. Now I know. I think that the name of the church was Christ Church.
Did someone just? Oh, okay.
So
now that
Christ
makes sense.
Church Crusader. That's really fucked up, man. Because people were seriously fucked up from that. Like and the statement that they gave out was
donated as the killer.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The statement they gave out was this was one of New Zealand's worst attacks that they've ever had.
Wow. Yeah.
That was really fucked up, man.
Wow, 49 were killed.
Too soon.
Well,
the city was what?
Well,
it was a mosque. The town was Christ Church.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
You can't
Church.
stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo,
Well,
motherfuckers.
Pussy Generation is donating.
It's due to weak men. Weak beta men that are addicted to sex don't procreate. A generation of divorce and single mothers ruined the strong alpha male. If men were strong, there would be minimal divorces, no legal abortion, more manly culture.
Maybe
you think
that's what it is? You think it's the men's fault?
So there's two mosques?
Well, yeah, Jesse doesn't care about the donation, but maybe it's men's fault. It's possible.
I didn't hear, I heard what happened, but I didn't get the
it's
full
brutal.
story.
Sean Hart sent a video. I didn't watch it, man. I don't know if it's still, sometimes they yanked them things, but apparently it was the video of what happened, the shooting. Man, I've seen beheadings. I've seen shootings. The Vegas shoot. Like, you see these things and you're just like, oh, what am I watching? Why am I watching this shit? You know?
But then you think about, why are they doing this?
I've spoke about this
really
before.
fucked up.
Before we'll get into this conversation.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
We got a little Manny Sieg jumping in here. Manny's in
I agree that this
badass.
generation is soft. What is this timeout stuff?
Oh,
The only timeout I got was when my old man got winded when beating me with his belt.
oh, we're gonna get into that. We're totally gonna get into that. But let's play the 50 like song. 100 likes.
You live streamed it.
Pussify the show.
I've got 50 likes.
I've got
50 likes. We've got 50 likes.
MMA-Holes 50 likes.
I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes.
Can't catch her.
I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. You got 50
Everyone try to catch her.
MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on the dick.
All right.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Potted plant.
Avenge me. Avenge me.
Thank you, Potted Plant, for the donation. The pussification is ridiculous. The timeout shit is bullshit. We were talking about, before the show, we were literally having this conversation. How all kids get participation awards. There were no participation awards when I was a kid. It was first, second, and third, and everyone else sucked.
Yeah.
You know? In school, I was stupid. You know? I go in school, I'm dumb. Now you have autism. Now you have OCD. You have ADD. Whatever the fuck you have. You have it all.
No, this is one part where I kind of disagree with you.
Nah, it's ridiculous.
Those things existed when you were... Listen to me.
What?
Can you be open to my opinion at least?
I am.
It's not even an opinion. It's fact. Those things existed when you were a kid. They just didn't have names.
How do you
for
know?
them.
You weren't alive.
Are you kidding me?
You weren't there. I was there.
It's called research.
Yeah, but listen.
And those things did exist. They just didn't have enough research on them, or they didn't have names for them, or they weren't ready to just come out with it yet. They existed. It's not like they just came up out of nowhere.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not saying it didn't exist. What I'm saying is now we have excuses. Before the excuse was they're stupid. Your kid's dumb. You know?
Well, yeah, you could still say that.
Your kid's gonna get left back.
Theoretically speaking, you could still say something like that.
No, now it's they're special.
Scientifically speaking, they still exist.
When did dumb become special? You know? Like now it's special. You can't even say they're dumb anymore.
No, they use special for mental retardation, which is an actual diagnosis.
Yeah. They thought I was retarded. Look at this. I still think I'm retarded, to be honest with you.
Dumb and retarded are two different things. You can be dumb, but mental retardation is an actual diagnosis. It's an actual thing.
Can we replace EBS? They said if they replace Masvidal, the show would be better. Probably.
That's not nice.
It probably would be. It'll be a smidge better. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
This show wouldn't be what it is without this specimen.
I mean, I don't. I feel like we make excuses. Everything is an excuse now. Like, it kills me. You see kids that just don't want to fucking grow up. You see people that won't pursue dreams, or they make excuses for everything, right? I can't do this because of that. I can't do this because of this. Like, just fucking do it.
That's what I was saying before the show was the generation now. I was listening to someone speak about it. Is anyone in the generation now, the youngest generation, could be successful. They have every tool in the book to be a successful person, but they're so soft and they're raised so soft that if anyone gives them a reason not to or tells them that they shouldn't, they just find a reason to quit.
It's crazy.
They don't push themselves. They don't say, oh, well, I'll show you. They don't do that anymore. They just quit and they move on to something else.
I worked 16 years in a job. 16 years. I busted my ass. When I was out of college, I was an asshole in college. I fucked up. I would smoke weed. I would get drunk. I would just do whatever the hell I wanted. And my parents are like, listen, get your shit together.
Yeah.
And I got a job. I hated my job. I did it for 16 years. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to do this or anything else I wanted to do. Everything is an excuse now. Everyone's making an excuse, and we're just letting it happen. It's ridiculous. I think things should change. I really do. I think El Kukui should be president.
The dab life. This is the dab generation. Every time you turn around, there's a child in the mirror going.
That's the problem. They get retarded every time they dab. I don't fucking know.
Or maybe that is a part of their retardation.
Yeah, the dab. You know what? I blame it on two things. The dab and Conor having kids. Conor never would have lost, if he didn't think about having kids.
That is not even relevant.
I don't know. He should have never had kids. It ruined his career. It ruined the nation. All right, back to the news.
Okay. So you didn't really give much of your opinion on
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
On Lieben, but I mean there's not much to say.
I hope they fucking pay a man that just fought with no
the dab
gloves.
is a seizure.
Yeah, I got some stories about the dab. I had to deal with that.
You know what's funny? We went to I can't remember where we went. We were out at one day and I was going to the rest. Oh, I know where we were. We were in AC and I was walking out of the restroom. And I saw there was a mirror outside somewhere, and there was a kid. I don't know if it was AC. Maybe it wasn't AC. All I remember is I walked out of the bathroom, and there was a mirror there, and a kid stood there in front of the mirror real quick after taking a drink out of the water fountain. He turned to the mirror, and he goes, and then he saw me looking at him, and he just walks away.
He dabbed on you.
Yeah. No, he dabbed on himself at the mirror.
Wow.
But he took a drink of water.
What is
and
that?
Then he turns around in the mirror and goes, and then walks away. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
He was practicing his dab. Give me your best dab. All right, here we go. We're going to do the JBH, her best dab. Ready?
You can't stop this Express.
Oh, shit. All right, Christchurch Crusader.
Why did he do it? He wrote a 87-word paper that explained in great detail politicians are, but often don't work for the will of the people. Violence is the only answer.
What?
Just wish he went and shot the subverting traitors from within instead. Muslims.
Man,
you shouldn't wish someone shoots anyone.
I have really no opinion on this situation. I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know enough to really talk about it. All I know
I don't know
is people lost their lives, and that sucks.
You can't stop this Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Violence, FOOK, yeah.
I asked my dad if he had ADHD like me growing up. He said, Harvey, I may have. But back then it was called stop being an idiot and pay attention in class. I never paid attention in class.
Yeah.
So I bought a video camera and invited over the girls to be famous.
There you go. And look what happened. Look what he turned into, Harvey Weinstein. Mm-hmm. He's a goddamn, that's a comeback story right there,
Yeah.
He got it all done. That's a good story. It's a feel-good story.
All right,
Harvey Weinstein.
Talk to them.
All right, I'm going to talk to you peoples. What do you think about that in the chat? Now, this is a true FOOK Off Friday. This is how we've intended it. It's like a flying circus. We talk about some MMA. We'll talk about some current events. We'll talk about anything over here. We'll have a little fun, have a couple of drinks, smoke whatever you want to smoke, have a good time. By the way, in the beginning of the show, I spoke about this. CBD gummy bears, or gummies, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They're fantastic. They really are.
You can't stop this Express.
Uh-oh, we got Planned Parenthood jumping in.
We kill 3,000 developing humans a week. We want to thank most for paying for 2 of them. This is why most votes Democrat.
What?
He gets his side chicks pregnant. Points JBH for dating a sex addict.
All right, JBH's not here, but I will give her the points. Jesse, you just earned some points. 2 points to the JBH over here. Dropping it. We are still playing the points game, friends. I know it's a little lopsided, but that means nothing. Especially when JBH is losing the game. That means absolutely nothing. We've seen some major comebacks or major dominations over there. 73 to 138 is where we're at. The person with the least amount of points has to roll the die of doom. Thank you for the donations. Listen, I've voted Democrat. I've done that. I've voted Republican. I've gone both ways. I don't really sit on either side. I don't really care about politics either. This is how I look at a president. And I didn't do the whole Trump situation because I didn't want either of them. So I didn't even know what to do. And I'm not going to sit on politics because politics is ridiculous.
Love you, Roulette Master.
But this is how I vote for president. That guy's a good speaker. He can put a sentence.
Is that really how you vote for president?
And let me tell you why. Well, of course I have to, agree with what they're saying. But usually, and here's the thing. If you're undecided, right? If you're undecided in a vote and you're like, man, they both have good points. I don't know which way I'm going to go. I look at a leader. That's what I look at. I look at a person that could stand up there and represent the country. Because, and it is a company. Because the president really has no fucking say. Is the wall up? It's not up. You think Donald Trump is getting voted down every 5 fucking seconds. And now we have a knucklehead speaking. Like, I want someone up there that has power, someone up there that is respected. That's what I want. Now, hopefully we find something like that, but we got Trump, and that's cool. He was great on The Celebrity Apprentice. I was a big fan. But I don't pay attention anymore. I don't want to talk
about politics.
Yeah, this one is super I don't give a fuck. I honestly... I don't care.
Go for days.
As long as I could do the show, that's all I care about.
For days, I could talk about politics.
Well, we're not doing it tonight. All right, let's get back into the news, JBH.
All right. According to MMAnews.com, Deontay Wilder is reportedly turning down a $100 million DIAZ deal.
What? No.
Deontay Wilder is expected to announce his network decision soon. However, DIAZ is not expected to be his choice. According to Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix, Wilder is expected to decline a $100 million multi-fight offer from DIAZ's streaming service.
But Jesse, before we get going with the story over here, I see Moss 2020, Chris 2020. Should I run for fucking president?
Yes,
I think I should do it.
Yes.
What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Be honest with me. Should I fucking run for president?
Yes.
I think I could make this country really great again. I really do. If I was president, Jesse, let me tell you this. There would be no more pay-per-views. The UFC would be free. Would be free to all of you. Everyone out there can watch the UFC for free. No more pirating. None of that. I will free you. I will free your wallets. I will get it on regular TV and you can just turn it on and enjoy the show. That is the first thing I will do. Fuck the Mexicans. I don't care if they jump over or come. Listen, I like a good lawn, so I keep them over here. Free UFC. That's the first thing right over there. Thank you. Let me know in the chat. Should I be the next president? Let me know.
More importantly, Tuggy Waffle says I would be a hot first lady.
Yeah, Jesse as my first lady over here would take over. Imagine that. Could you imagine that, Jesse? I think we would get shit done.
Yeah, I would be the one behind closed doors helping you make all your decisions for you.
And I love to argue, right? I love to argue. I just argue with everybody. Get shit done. I'll go talk to the fucking gooks. I'll talk to the Indians. I'll talk to everybody. No? Motherfuckers. Let's see what the donation says.
It's a binary choice.
Okay.
One party literally supports murdering kids if they survive botched abortions and are born alive. That's 100% fact. Google 2019 Infant Protection Act Democrats.
I'm not going to Google that.
If you think killing alive babies is okay, you can't be pres.
What is my let me think. Abortion. I'm going to say for abortion.
Be careful before you get into this.
I'm going to say flip a coin. That's what I'm going to say. I don't care. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not doing it. Knock yourself out. All right, back to the news.
All right.
And I'm going to run for president.
Deontay Wilder is expected to announce his network decision soon. However, DIAZ is not expected to be his choice. According to Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix, Wilder is expected to decline a $100 million multi-fight offer from DIAZ's streaming service. The service has been aggressively pursuing the Bronze Bomber as of late. They said, quote, Deontay Wilder will formally announce his network decision on Tuesday, but expectation is that he will reject DIAZ USA's offer, sources tell SI Now. DIAZ has aggressively pursued Wilder in the last week, offering him a multi-fight deal that would well exceed $100 million. Fox Sports' Mike Coppinger reports that Wilder May 18th fight against Dominic Breazeale will not be airing on DAZN. Now Wilder is expected to announce his network destination next week on Tuesday.
Super chat.
I'm really curious what that is, to be honest.
UFC and Mu Gravity.
Look at that. Henry Solstice even still dropping it in there. Deuce, thank you very much. Henry Solstice, you are wonderful. And I hope if you are betting on BetDSI, Henry, I hope you are a big winner this weekend.
Mike Coppinger also tweeted, quote, sources, Deontay Wilder is in the process of completing a new multi-fight deal. His May 18th fight versus Dominic Breazeale won't take place on DAZN. Wilder's co-manager Shelley Finkel confirmed. News conference on Tuesday, SI Chris Mannix first reported next fight on DAZN. Wilder is undefeated in his boxing career with a record of 40-0-1. In his last outing, Wilder and Tyson Fury fought to a split draw after 12 hard-fought rounds. Wilder scored a hellacious knockdown in the fight, which many thought could have been ruled a knockout. However, Fury survived and the bout went the distance and was determined on the judges' scorecards. So, to sum it all up, a big offer was given to Deontay Wilder, but he clearly is not in the position right now to take it because of other opportunities.
Well, yeah, he's probably going to make some more money somewhere else. So DAZN doesn't have it's DAZN, man. So apparently, we spoke to some people behind the scenes about DAZN, and they have some serious cash. They are looking to just take over everything, DAZN. So what they got a deal with Bellator, they got Canelo Alvarez, they got so much shit going on over there, and they're just throwing money everywhere. I forgot who is the company. Is it Spotify? Who is the company that owns DAZN?
I didn't know a company owned DAZN.
Yeah, DAZN is they're owned by some.
Oh, I thought they were.
Some big pockets. And help me in the chat if you know. But yeah, they're looking to make some big plays, big pushes. It's the new way, man. It's all about streaming. It's not about cable services or pay-per-views. It's all streaming. Oh, dead babies.
Just so we are clear, Most doesn't care about babies born alive being killed for convenience. This is a typical SJW Democrat voting sentiment.
Nah, I don't care.
I'd vote for Kevin from Chicago over most any day of the week. PTSJBH for being anti-baby murder.
Well, we don't even... Hold on a second. Wow. All right, I'm going to give you points, but Jesse, will you want to give your baby...
I'm not getting political.
Do you want to know her opinion?
Well, you don't even know my opinion.
Well, what is... All right. Okay. Real quick.
I'm not.
Are you
talking
pro or
politics.
anti-abortion?
Not talking about it.
Okay.
Because once you get me into this show will go down a political road that you could not imagine, and we will never focus on MMA again.
Let's switch lanes here. Let's switch topics. Let's go in another direction. Let's talk about beating some women.
Okay.
Are you pro that?
According to MMA Fighting, Rachel Ostovich's husband Arnold Burden pleads no contest in a domestic violence case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Rachel Ostovich's husband has pleaded no contest in a case in which he was accused of domestic violence. Arnold Burden, also an MMA fighter, took the plea for second-degree assault, a felony, on Thursday in Hawaii Circuit Court, per online court records. The no-contest plea means Burden will not contest the case, but he does not admit guilt. It is considered a conviction. Burden, who's 28 years old, will be sentenced by a judge on May 16th. He is facing 5 years of imprisonment and or a $10,000 fine per the plea document obtained by MMA Fighting. He initially pleaded not guilty. Burden is accused of attacking Ostovich in the early morning hours of November 18th. Ostovich, a fighter in the UFC women's flyweight division, was reportedly hospitalized for a broken orbital bone after escaping the scene. The original arrest charge was attempted murder. Ostovich claimed Burden repeatedly punched her in the head, face, and ribs, leading her to cough up blood and vomit.
Oh my God.
Ostovich, who is also 28 years old, obtained a restraining order against Burden in December that runs through 2038. She has also filed for divorce. Ostovich wrote in the restraining order filing that this was not the first time Burden abused her. In January, Ostovich was able to compete at UFC Brooklyn, the promotion's first ever card on ESPN. Ostovich fell in that bout to Paige Van Zandt by submission.
Wow. So he is guilty, right? Is that what's going on here?
Yes, but yes.
He's basically like, listen, I can't fight this shit. I'm just going to...
Yes. Well, he's guilty. Yes.
What were you going to say?
No, it's just he didn't plead guilty. He pleaded no contest, but he's guilty. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, he's not pleading innocent in this situation.
Right, because it would
He's
cost him more money to plead
I'm not
innocent.
going to... Oh, he's going to chime in right now. This is good to know. By the way, we started the clock. 43 minutes are on the clock. When that clock is done, the points game is over. 138-78. If you want JBH to win, you know where to put it. If you want me to cruise, you put it in this direction over here. Arnold Burden.
Oh, F that hoe. That was only a warm-up combo, right-facing fist,
please.
medium dark skin tone girl.
Not funny, man.
That's Arnold Burden. There he is. Look at that. What a coincidence, right? Who would have thought he would have donated on when his story is being spoken about? Thank you, Arnold Burden. But we do not condone that. Yes.
Law of Attraction came in as girl this morning. That means he's going to have a baby.
Lord, what did he do?
He came in as girl this morning. We're going to have a mini Law of Attraction.
Law of Attraction. You are Mexican. You do not come in your girl. You guys like rabbits, for God's sake. 5 kids going to pop out. What are you doing, Law? What are you doing, Law? 3-week
Oh no,
old.
does JBH think it's okay to suck a metal rod in my developing head and suck a life out of me? Democrats call that a woman's choice. Common sense calls that murder. Points most for being anti-baby murder.
Whoa, my God.
Wait, but I never said... So you're just jumping to conclusions now. Why would you...
Go
You're
ahead.
just jumping to... I never
Thank you.
said one way or the other.
If
I'm being quite frank here, I never said one way or the other.
Hmm.
And I will not say one way or the other. Whether you're right or you're wrong, I will not tell you. Because I'm not going down that road. Because trust me, if you go down that road with me, I promise you, you will not get out. There will be no other exit roads. You will be going down that road with me forever. Until I am finished. Not until you're finished, until I'm finished.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Wow. Vlad.
Technically, since they are both MMA fighters, it should have been deemed as exhibition
That's true.
match. Not guilty. Also, fuck politics. It's an excuse for people to argue about shit that won't affect anything no matter how passionate you are about your side. PT's most.
Whoa, boys. By the way, that point I've actually kind of made with my pop. You know, and I know it's very, and thank you for the points and thank you for the donation over there, Vlad.
But people are still allowed to have their opinions. I don't like that. I don't like when people say it's an excuse.
Okay, why do
People are allowed. If you vote, you are allowed to have an opinion
Okay.
on how things are being run.
Why do people get so mad with
And
politics?
if you want to change the way things are being run, get yourself into politics. If you can't, then don't expect to change anything. You're allowed to have your opinion if you're fucking voting, but don't expect to change anything. You want to change something? Get the fuck up, get off your ass, and do something about it.
All right, you like politics, right? You like talking about politics.
I love it.
What did you do that changed anything?
Well, I don't want it. See, that's the fair difference.
But-
did you listen to what I said?
Yeah, but-
I said I'm allowed to have an opinion.
Okay.
But if I want to change something,
Yeah.
I would get off my ass and do it.
All right. It's great. So, but what I'm saying is you have passionate views on
Of course
politics,
I do.
right? And you haven't changed
But
the damn thing.
I vote. I'm allowed to have an opinion.
super
I never said I wanted to get up and change something.
Harvey Weinstein.
I'll give you a flashy road to go down, JBH. PT's most.
Thank you, Harvey. Wow. Tonight, the boys are riding. The boys are riding tonight. This is unbelievable stuff here. I can't even believe this. Kevin from Chicago was very confident that JBH is going to get the win, and I'm feeling very comfy right now at 144, but it's not over.
You didn't play your music all the way.
Well, listen. I mean, there's a lot of boys. There's a lot of boys riding hard tonight.
I know. I'm losing. I'm like hard.
Kevin's
That's
like,
okay. I'm
fuck.
feeling good tonight.
All right. We got real. No, real super chatting.
Fake news. Taxes affect me. Dead babies affect me.
All right.
You know what? I got to give it to real. He's passionate about it, but sometimes he says things that are so ridiculous. You just got to laugh, right?
Uh-huh.
That's good. We need, he's the only.
You guys are. I want to schedule a stream for the second channel. Like I want to
Okay.
jump on there and. What are you guys doing to me?
All right, so we have 2 channels down below. We have not the MMA-Holes. We have JVH's channel. You're thinking about making a channel where it's about, and we've gotten
Java with Jesse.
yeah, where you
But I
have
have to finish
topics.
the website first. I can't do anything until I finish that website.
All right, so finish the website. We work on your channel. We get that going. We have the gaming channel, so if you guys want some tomfoolery, we could talk politics over there too. It probably wouldn't go very far, but you have a better chance of baiting us with politics at not the MMA Holes than you do over here. So subscribe to the second channel if you want more of that shit. All right, let's just move back into the MMA world over here.
Yes, please.
As we are sidetracked talking about poles and babies' heads and
All right.
Let's get back to the women beating.
Okay, according to MMA Fighting, Greg Hardy versus Dmitry Smolyakov is official for UFC on ESPN 3.
These two can't, Ostrovich and Hardy, they just can't escape each other in the stories.
Mm-hmm. The UFC has another fight lined up for Greg Hardy. The promotion recently... What?
Super chat.
We got Drunk Savage.
Points to JBH's second head boom roasted.
I don't care. I still got the points. Yes! Points to that. Points to that zip code right there.
That's good.
Yes! Drunk Savage, my boom.
Drunk Savage pulling it up. Jesse has some points over there. You're not completely out of it. There's like one donation away where you just blow the doors off
64
again.
points.
We've had a $50 donation, a $100 donation tonight. It's a big night. Do you dance? Tonight, we are hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
The game is not over. 37 minutes left. You can piece together a victory with multiple donations. By the way, how about anytime the donations come in, boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.
We should have a boom. We should do a boom roasted donation. That we don't have an Askren donation yet, so maybe a boom roasted donation.
That would be great.
So they say something fucked up, boom roasted.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that might be the next one.
Good idea.
Well, Drunk Savage, you could help Drunk Savage out with that one. All right, back to Greg Hardy. What if Hardy and Ostrovich got together? You know, they seem to kind of have like she forgave him, right? She forgave him, I should say.
She didn't. No,
Yeah,
she
she
went
did.
up to him and said everything's cool, because if you really think about it, she was being mature because his situation and her situation are completely uninvolved with each other. So why would she have any animosity towards him?
Mm.
You know, like.
No, I think she was kind of checking him out. Did you see she was
You
checking him
didn't
out?
see when she went up to him.
She's attracted to guys that have, strong rights. A solid jab. That's terrible. We shouldn't say that, but that would be crazy. Imagine that would put everything to rest. I don't know if Hardy's married or anything like that, but I think they should get together.
Right.
No, you're not into that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about Greg Hardy.
Okay.
Oh, Vlad.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Vlad coming in.
That's a not the MMA-Holes pay-per-view I can't get behind. Biggest MMA-Holes debate in history. Real. The Trump anti-abortion warrior. Real versus J. Don't go down that road with me. BH. Let's make it happen via Google Hangout.
Oh, boy.
Points JBH.
Oh, Jesse. Vlad with the points of JBH. Yes. 82 on the board for JBH.
That gave me a little bit of a... Oh.
We're waiting. Don't worry.
I thought I had a seizure.
All right, JBH getting the points. Coming back, 82 to 144. Thank you for the donations. We had on Not the MMA Holes, and this was kind of cool. At the last stream that we did, we had... and by the way, just have the Not the MMA Holes on in the background. We're trying to get ads on that thing so we can actually do more of these streams. So Not the MMA Holes, we're getting very close to getting the watch time up. So just have it on the background. This way we can throw some ads on there. JBH, myself, we had Sean Hart, we had Vlad, we had Anthony, right? And who else did we have?
Oh, yeah, SDMF, Anthony, Sean Hart, Vlad, and...
I think that was it. Right, we had him in the Hangouts, Intoxicated, which we prefer.
We tried to have Pulse.
And there was...
Drunk Savage?
Drunk Savage, yeah. How do I forget? Did I say Drunk Savage?
No, you did not.
No, I did not.
How dare ye?
How did I forget Drunk Savage? Yes, you were there. And JBH got into a religious debate with a drunk Vlad.
I did not get into a religious debate.
Fantastic
Let
stuff.
me clear this up for you. Vlad decided to ask me a religious question.
Yeah.
And by the way, let me just make this clear as well. I went very easy on Vlad. I said he was entitled to his opinion. All the questions he had, they could be answered, they could not be answered, whatever. But I did not get into a religious debate, and I cut it off pretty quick. I let them do their own thing. Yeah, but I didn't get involved.
Harvey was in there too. Harvey was there,
but I didn't.
So, here's the thing, and this is what we've learned. Once you trigger JBH and you get her into that debate, you are falling asleep in your chair, like literally drooling on your tits, falling asleep.
I was so tired. I even wrote notes to him that I was exhausted.
As soon as the topic came up that you were like, oh, I'm fired up, religion. Like, you went in there. So I think it would be funny if we had a segment, and maybe not on this channel, but on Not the MMA Holes, where we do something where any of the people from the chat come in and you fucking go at it with them.
No, I don't like doing that.
Why?
My whole family is very diverse, and my whole life growing up has always been debating, which is why I'm as debate.
Would you have like podiums set up in your home, and it's like, all right, Jesse, you're understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
We love to debate, but the problem is it induces so much anxiety to me when I debate someone because the stupidity that comes out of people's mouths sometimes,
including hers,
makes mine. You want to go there? The stupidity makes me want to slap a person silly. And if I can't reach you through a phone or a camera or a screen, then there is no debating.
Wow. All right. See, look at that. It's that simple. A split second, you can get JBH in the zone. So check out Not the MMA Holes. All right. Did we talk about this? Did we finish the story, or did we even get started?
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
The UFC has another fight lined up for Greg Hardy. The promotion recently confirmed that former NFL Pro Bowler, Baller.
Bowler?
It says Pro Bowler. Look it.
Does it?
It says Pro Bowler.
NFL Pro Bowler. Oh, like Pro Bowl. Yeah. So it's not a bowler.
So
but it goes to the Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl.
Well, it could be Pro Bowler.
Pro Boner.
Kingpin. All right, go ahead.
Turned heavyweight prospect will fight Dmitry Smolyakov 9-2 at UFC and ESPN3 on April 27th, which is scheduled to take place at BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida, following an initial report by ESPN. A previously reported main event rematch between middleweight contenders Yoel Romero and Ronaldo Jacare Souza was made official. This will be Hardy's second UFC fight following a disastrous debut against Alan Crowder at UFC Brooklyn in January. The bout ended with Hardy landing an illegal knee on a downed Crowder in the second round, leading to him losing by disqualification. Prior to that setback, Hardy was 3-0 as a pro and 3-0 as an amateur, with five of those wins coming by way of knockout in under a minute. 2 of those victories occurred on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. The 30-year-old Hardy move to MMA generated much publicity due to the NFL background and a high-profile domestic violence incident in 2014 that played a part in his expulsion from the league. Smolyakov, at 34, returns to the UFC after winning his most recent bout at a show in Russia in January. He is 0-2 in his previous Octagon appearances, last competing for the UFC on January 15, 2017, when he lost to Cyril Asker via first-round TKO. Also official for UFC and ESPN3 is John Lineker and Corey Sandhagen will meet in the bantamweight bout that was originally scheduled for UFC Brooklyn. Also, welterweights Alex Oliveira and Li Jing Lian face off, and former UFC strawweight champion Carla Esparza fights former Invicta FC strawweight champ Livina Souza.
There you go. It's Greg Hardy. Back in business over there.
Basically, they're giving Greg Hardy another layup. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to go the Bellator route. By the way, Henry Galusha, we're doing pretty good. Thank you for asking.
Thanks, Henry.
I hope you're wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, so we have 150 people hanging with the boys tonight.
Hanging with the boys.
I got to say this. What a crowd. What a crowd in this chat room. I can't believe it. I mean, this channel is growing so fast. Look at them. Look at them in there. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It makes my day to see everyone come in here, the greatest community on YouTube, the MMA-Holes, just uniting, shooting the shit on a Friday night. So I want to thank everyone, each and every one of you in the chat for hanging out with us tonight. You are all wonderful, wonderful. Let's say hello to the peeps in the chat. What do you got to say? What's on your mind before we get into the next story?
Henry Galusha says, wonderful, you guys.
Wonderful.
Sean Hart says, go to FB Drunk. Two Joint says it triggers your serotonin receptors responsible for appetites, Brian brother. Tuggy Waffle says, ever notice that the people in the UK get their fake news from ... BBC? Law of Attraction says Satan was the angel of light. NH says the knitter says lick my balls. MMA-Holes rocks says Paint Man rocks. JBH don't make me roast you says Michael Chapman, you always roast me. Lady C, my mama in the chat.
What up, mama? Mama in the chat. What's up, mom? By the way, Henry Solstice says pens with an exclamation point. He is in the lead. The $100 donator, the highest donator tonight, is getting these pens. If someone comes in at $101, knocks off Henry Solstice, but right now it looks like you, my man, are getting it.
Every time.
Don't drop his pens. They're $100 pens.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo,
we got real coming in.
I routinely punch prostitutes while hitting them from the back because they complain about my baby penis not reaching their G-spot. So since I'm accustomed to fighting women, I think JBH should chill. Shout out to Kevin from Chicago for forgiving me his
All right, so there you go.
So because you're accustomed to fighting women, I should chill? Wait, is that you're telling me that you intend to fight me? Because I'm down for that. But I'm just saying, like, is that really a mature way to handle a situation? Or is it because you don't have the words to actually debate me and win? So now you're resorting to fighting.
I don't know what's going on.
Question, real.
Got another donation coming in. This is Killer Clown. We don't even know if that's really real.
JBH lives on the flat earth. Points most.
Right, I fucking do.
Flat Earth, Killer Clown! Bam! 1-4-6. Jesse, it's a domination tonight. 146 points for Mystic Moss to 82 with 27 minutes in the game. Hey!
Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey!
What a game tonight.
Hey!
All right.
By the way, Real says that was not him. It was a fake one. And then Kevin from Chicago.
Please, I'm begging you. Don't ever buy another UFC pay-per-view again.
Oh, shit. Jessica G with the 5-0.
I don't want your money. Pussies.
Pussies.
I don't want your money. Pussies.
Jessica G with the 5-0.
I don't want your money. Pussies. Money. Pussies. You're a moron.
Look out.
I don't want your money.
Wow. $50 coming in from Jessica G.
Pussy. I don't give a f.
Wow. Unbelievable. Twice tonight.
Yes, we get it real. Democrats kill babies. Do you know what conservatives kill? Entire mosques full of people. Entire synagogue full of people. Schools full of kids. Movie theaters. Malls. I say more? I would go gay for JBH points JBH.
Wow. Jesse with a 5-0.
Jessica, I already told you I would run away with you in the Discord.
Wow, lesbian action tonight on the MMA-Holes. Jessica G with a sweet one coming in.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
$150 donation. What?
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is
Holy
it?
shit! Write this down. Write this down right now.
Hey, I want to ask you guys,
Man,
what time is it?
I don't even know why it's Habib time, but it's $150.
Chris Vlad Pens. If wins, can you please throw in shirt and cap for me? He's a god for you guys.
Yeah, you're getting a shirt and cap.
I'm so tired, just had sex. Girlfriend sleeping. She might have been during. I think she pretends for me. She loves me. I have money. MMA-Holes for life.
Wow. Clocks with the $150 donation. What the fuck? I can't even write this. I'm like all over the place.
I want
150.
to
Wow.
murder you.
Okay. All right. Let's do the math here, Jesse. Help me out for a second. I mean, let's pull this together. Jessica G dropped to 50, so that puts you at 132. Okay. So Jesse has 132.
And you have a
Wow. 132 to Mystic Moss 150.
And 96.
That's correct. 296. What a game tonight. The points game is on fire. Clocks is the new leader.
Jessica, I will still run away with you.
Hold on a second.
Yes! 296!
Clocks pushing me over the hump. Almost 300 points to 132. Tonight, the boys ride with 24 minutes left in the game. Let's dance.
Hey! 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 Yes! Hey!
Let's hang with the boys. You ready? Look out! Let's go. Jesse still has a chance to win. 24 minutes are on the clock. But right now, the boys are riding hard. Wonderful, wonderful.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Man, Harvey Weinstein. Oh, real.
Not sure what religion JBH confesses, but it ain't Christianity. Christians don't have sex out of wedlock, don't support homosexuality, don't support baby murder. Jessica G differences shooting up a mosque already illegal. Abortion legal. Hashtag Demskull.
And to that I say, Jessica, if you still want to run away together.
Wow. So we have a debate. We have Jessica G. We have Real. We got JBH. Everyone's debating right now.
Kevin.
Super chat.
Is your penis
Harvey.
that small?
You guys are doing better than most strippers I buy.
What a night. I got to say this. I hope everyone in chat's having a good time tonight. The fact that people are so generous with the donations keeps us going over here. We get to have UFC fighters on. Aljamain Sterling, the number 3 ranked fighter we had on yesterday. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. We do what we love, and it's because of everyone in the chat. Not just the donators. I mean, they help a lot. But the people inside here dropping likes, just sharing our shit. We appreciate you so much over here. Humbled by the generosity tonight. You are all wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, fucking A. What a show tonight, Jesse. God damn.
Show.
I don't even know what to do. I think I'm going to curl into... I'm going to turn to Tony Ferguson. I'm going to start calling I don't have a kid, so I can't call him Jesus, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just jump out. What would you do, Jesse, if you were driving, right? We're on a highway, and I'm just like, let me out. I just fucking throw myself out. Just start running off into the wilderness. Go full kukui. Would you?
No,
would you
know
leave
what
me?
I would do? No, I would never leave you.
If I went full kukui, you wouldn't leave me?
No.
Really?
Why would I leave you?
Well, we're not technically married right now, so I mean...
I don't need to be married to you to
good
care
girl.
about you. Listen,
It's a good girl.
This is what I would do.
Yeah.
First thing I would do is try and find you. And if I can't find you, I would call your mother.
All right, what about this?
Because
we're
your
driving.
mother always has a way of talking sense into you.
What about this? And she does have a way of talking. Let me sweeten the pot. We're driving. I'm like, pull over. I got to pee, right? You pull over. I run out of the car. I rip my pants off, and I just run into the wild, right? You run in there looking for me. You're like looking through the trees. Like, where the fuck is Chris? And I'm chewing on a baby deer.
You're chewing on a baby deer.
I'm gnawing on the
so
neck.
the deer must be dead because it would have run away.
Well, it's alive. It's alive. It's like, it's like, why is he chewing on my neck? And I'm just fucking biting the deer's neck. What would you do?
I would push you away.
Okay.
I'd probably beat the shit out of you. We'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I would take the deer and put it in the trunk of our car and take it to a vet. And you would be in the passenger seat with me. And I would go to the vet and they would say, what happened? I said, I don't know. There was a homeless person that was chewing on this deer. We managed to get him off, but he's severely injured. Can you please take care of him? And then I would leave, and then I would find you help.
All right. So that's what JBH would do over here. By the way, tomorrow we're going to be live earlier.
Can I just ask a question before you say that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Kevin keeps ripping on Jessica. Can I just say one thing? Kevin, is your penis that small that a woman you believe to be a dyke you have to hit on because you know that no other straight woman would even go for you? You cannot be that fucking salty. You just can't.
Wow.
Now, I cleared all animosity with you. It is what it is. I think you bring value to your phone calls. But come on, man. You are making yourself look so insecure by doing that. Leave the woman alone. Boom. Roasted.
Boom roasted. Right there. JBH going after Kevin from Chicago. I mean, this is unbelievable. Whew. Man. Fuck. I don't know what's going on anymore. She takes a sip of her drink.
All right, news.
What else do we have in the news?
According to BJPenn.com, Josh Emmett details the injuries that have kept him out of the octagon.
Acumen.
Josh Emmett was on the rise in the featherweight division. He shocked many by knocking out Ricardo Lamas to put himself into the top 10 of the division. There, Emmett was looking to build off the win and become a title contender. His next fight was in the main event when he took on Jeremy Stevens. Emmett had some success in the fight until Stevens landed a nice combination of punches and elbows which knocked Emmett out. To make matters worse, Emmett dealt with a bevy of injuries, which has kept him out of the octagon for over a year.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to this guy.
Yes. He said, quote, "Yeah, everything went well. I had some fractures, unfortunately, in my face, and I had to have surgery. They put a plate in there and just took some time off just to get better because I had a lot going on. I had the nerve in my face was being compressed, the muscle that controls the eye was impinged, and just like I said, several fractures. So I just wanted to take the necessary time to recover just because I just want to have a long career."
There you go. So Josh Emmett, he's been missing for a little while. Some people are like,
who the fuck is that guy?
But I mean, he had some interesting fights. You know, putting people to sleep. Not by watching, but by his fist. By the way, tomorrow we're going to be reacting to UFC London. It's going to be a little bit earlier, so make sure you hit the notification bell. I'm thinking Sunday night we should get back on Not the MMA-Holes. What do you say?
Sure.
So Sunday night, Not the MMA-Holes, second channel. Come on over. We'll hang out over there, and we'll shoot the shit. We'll play some video games. We'll just have some fun over there. Not the MMA-Holes link in the description. Not Abraham Lincoln. Just a link in the description. Can we talk about Dominic Reyes, man?
Why not?
Jose, man, if you're watching, this kid, he's something else. Real.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Which is the real, like the Batman.
JBH, stop making fun of Kevin's small penis because I happen to like it. I won't lie though, sometimes it gets stuck between my teeth when I blow him. Also, you and Jessica are nasty lesbospics and I hate lesbians.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Because I'm a MGTOW and Kevin is booty.
All right. Yeah. Fucking donations are killing it tonight. They are absolutely killing it. I'm telling you what. So let me ask this question. All right. We were speaking about this before, about interviews. Now, the show works great with donations. The fact that you get to interrupt the show at any time, I think, is different from anything else, no matter what the thought is. And sometimes people want to hear one of our thoughts. I don't know why. And it just gets sidetracked. We forget about it. I just love the dynamic of making the MMA whore talk and people just getting in there like this.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
It's Kevin from Chicago.
With all due respect, my penis is large for manlet. I don't want to brag, but I'm 2 inches hard. 2 1/4 when it's hot out.
I like when they make fun of each other. It's the best.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Kevin from Chicago. All right. I don't know. Is that him? Anyway, well, we have another donation coming in, so we're going to let this go. By the way, we are playing the points game still, so if you want to put it in a direction to JBH or Mystic, knock yourself out. JBH needs some help over here, so give her some points with those donations. But I do want to talk about our interviews real quick, but let's get into this Roberto Hernandez donation that's flying through, the super chat flying through the
James
airways.
Hinkle says,
super chat.
Roberto Hernandez.
Points JBH, poor Tony C.
There you go.
Crazy.
Yeah!
Jesse, you got a tray spot over there. Let's do the dance. That's 135 for the JBH. Bam. Everyone dance along. I think you know how this works. Right, Jesse? Show them how it's done.
you know how it goes.
Here we go. Take your pants off.
Wonderful.
Oh, you stopped it too early.
I just thought of something.
What?
We should do something on the MMAHoles.com where the people in the chat do their own version of the JBH dance, right? Yes. Like, I'll put this song here.
We can give you the music.
Yeah, we can drop it. Let me know what the ones if you want this to happen. And, like, the best dance, we'll give a t-shirt or some shit like that.
I would love that.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Can I vote since I'm the creator of the dance?
Well, what we'll do is we'll narrow it down and then we'll make a community poll.
Okay.
The best JBH dance. Let me know what the ones. If you really want this to happen, drop a 1 in the chat.
That would be awesome.
I think it'd be hilarious. We'll give away a t-shirt to the
Sean
winner.
Hart's already doing that.
We'll throw it on the community section and then you guys vote for it. I think that would be fucking hilarious. We'll put the music out there. It's a copyright-free music.
I'm
Let's see
down.
what the chat says.
Anna says, 1, King Your Mother's Ring, 1, Boss Kogar. I don't have those masterful dancing skills. Ric Flair with a -1, Tuggy Waffles 1, Colby Johnson 1, Henry Solstice 1, Roberto Hernandez 1, 2 joints, FOOK interviewing forehead, ever again, Moss. Joe Rod at -1,000 times 1,000, so 1. Duke Chronic says, bust a move. Henry Galusha 1, Hanato Jorge 1. Michael Chapman, I'll just send a wobbly video of me fapping Randy Couture style. Lava Jackson says 1, Vlad Juan. Brian Rager N. 2 joins, Harry Armpits JBH. Yeah, right. Roulette Master says 1, Sean Hart. I have 2 left feet, but do it 1. And Ace with the thumbs up. Uh-oh. Jessica G with the 10.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flap them like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, Ariani Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts. Boobies.
Jessica G with the 10.
That last donation was definitely not Kevin from Chicago. You can tell because it was money.
Aww.
Walmart cashiers don't get paid enough to leave $2 of spending cash.
That's right.
Points
Burn.
JBH.
Jesse, you are coming back.
Girl, that's my girl.
Whoop, oh, there you go. Uh-oh.
I got you, Jessica. You start the dance with the flex for all of you who are going to admit your submissions into the contest.
Show them how it's done, Jesse. 145 in the box for JBH. You flex first, and then you make it happen. Go.
that's it. That's how it's done.
No more moves?
It cuts after the first verse.
Oh, that's it?
That's how it's done.
All right, so there you go.
You roll your shoulders. Boom. Get right into it.
Wow. 296 to 145. JBH coming back here on the points game. FOOK off Friday. 13 minutes left in the game. And we have more stories to get to over here on the circus of a night. Kukui has lost his mind. And we should go to a Dominic Reyes who is fighting this weekend. The favorite. And this is a big fight.
All right. According to MMA Junkie, UFC London's Dominic Reyes is not hiding his intentions on fighting Jon Jones.
We got Jay Reyes. What up, Jay Reyes?
Wifey wants in on running away with you guys. PTS JBH.
Jay Reyes with the JBH points. Do it again.
Start with the flex, all you submitters.
And we go. All right, there you go. JBH coming back 147 to 296. Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful donation. Wonderful. Shout out to our patrons.
All right. MMA Junkie says, quote, or sorry, not quote. Every UFC fighter is chasing after a title, but Dominic Reyes isn't afraid to admit he's chasing a fighter as well. Reyes, who's 10-0 in MMA and 4-0 in the UFC, takes on Volkan Ozdemir on Saturday's UFC on ESPN Plus 5 event at the O2 in London. And the fast-rising light heavyweight said he'd love to fight with UFC light heavyweight champ Jon Jones should he prove victorious. He said, quote, "It's win this one and either get a crack at Jon or fight another number 1 or number 2 guy and fight Jon. That's the goal, right?" Reyes is currently ranked number 9 in the latest USA Today Sports MMA Junkie MMA light heavyweight rankings, while Ozdemir checks in at number 5. It seems Thiago Moreira Santos may currently have the inside track on the fight with Jon Jones, but undefeated Reyes is certainly making a charge. Things change quickly in a sport that is all about, quote, "what have you done for me lately?" And Reyes intends on providing a memorable moment.
So this fight over here is one of the fights that I'm really looking forward to on this card. Till Masvidal tomorrow. We'll be live reacting to it. Can't wait. I'm telling you, for a fight night, it's pretty damn good. To 1, 2, 3 punch of the main, co-main, and the third one over here, Volkan Ozdemir versus Dominic Reyes. I love it. Absolutely love it. You got the Ian Heinisch fight. That is on, is that on the preliminaries? Damn, that's on the preliminaries. Where's that at? Let me go over here to the prelims. Where's Heine? You got Casey on this card. Wow, Heinisch he's low. This is a good one. Tom Breeze versus Heinisch. Damn, we might be pretty early tomorrow. This is a good card, man. You got Molly McCann versus this Kachera, the girl. Man, Molly McCann, is this the fucking meatball? If I'm not mistaken, let me know in the chat. I think it is meatball. Look at that. So you got the meatball back in the picture. I know they had a heated face-off. There was another heated face-off. A light heavyweight fight. You can't stop the Siberian Express. Oh, this one over here. Allen versus Rinaldi was a heated one.
My penis is tiny. It's almost like a second navel. Shout out to Real for showing me.
Whoa.
True love, because without him I wouldn't know real love. And Jessica G scares me like most women do. I wonder what actual pussy feels like. Guess he'll never know.
Wow. Kevin from Chicago. JBH is taking a piss. Missed that donation over there, but I mean, listen. Kevin from Chicago just donated over here. He wonders what pussy would feel like, and I guess he'll never know.
Let me see this donation again.
You want to see it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out over here.
All right.
I'll show you this one. Want me to play it again for you? Yeah, I'll play it again for Jessie. She wasn't here.
A mere $2, Kevin.
Well,
Jesus. All right, let's go. Let's hear this.
And I'll just play it.
Okay.
Did it play? What the fuck just happened? By the way, I don't know why Clock's donation, it didn't have the UFC dance party. That was weird. Mm-hmm. Right? We gotta check our donation. Actually, if you write a note,
you have the option on Streamlabs to choose also. So if he didn't want that and he wanted something else, he could have chosen.
Oh, maybe he chose that. Yeah. It's possible. All right. Clocks is in the lead at 150. So thank you, Clocks. He will be getting pens if it stays like that. 9 more minutes are left in the points game. So if you want JBH to get the win, or if you want to just push me over that finish line with a swole, sexy one. Yeah, I don't know why it's not replaying.
My penis is tiny. It's almost like a second navel. Shout out to Real for showing me true love, because without him, I wouldn't know real love. And Jessica G scares me like most women do. P.S. I wonder what actual pussy feels like. Guess I'll never know.
That's Kevin.
Suspect Kevin.
All right. So, yeah, we were looking at this card over here. By the way, we might have to go on a little bit earlier for this card because there is a lot of good fights on this thing. I was just checking out the Heinisch fight that we have some cash on. Oh, this is the fight. I'm sorry. I fucked it up. Nagurmuranu versus Safarov. This is the feisty one that happened during the little shoving and pushing during the weigh-ins. But I do want to see that one. I want to see the Heinisch fight versus Breeze. Fuck, should we do the whole card? What time does this thing go live?
Let me check real quick.
It's 4 p.m. Is this 4 p.m. the prelims or is this the main card?
Prelims start at 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus, and main card starts at 4 p.m. on ESPN Plus.
What do you think, chat? So tomorrow night we got to go afterwards. We have to go by the parents. We're going to celebrate a little early St. Patty's Day. Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage!
Shout out to the parents. How many people in the chat will be celebrating St. Patty's Day this weekend? I hope everyone's Irish during St. Patty's Day, so I hope everyone is getting properly wasted. And what time should we go live tomorrow?
Well, the main card's at 4. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3.
I want to start with the Heinisch fight.
6 fights on the main card, which isn't much. We could, theoretically speaking, go live for the prelims for maybe Mark DeCasey and Duffy up.
Yeah, see, I wanted to go.
That would be reasonable.
I do want to do the Heine fight. Heine. Anyway.
Which would be around 3 o'clock. Mark DeCasey and Duffy, 3.
All right, we'll see. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you are subscribed, or just hit the notification so you know when we're live. And wonderful. It's a good card for a fight night. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good card.
Yeah,
I'm digging it. All right, let's say hello to chat. We've missed you guys. Let's say hello, the best chat on YouTube. What's on your mind? How are you spending your St. Patty's Day? I'd love to know. Where will you be? And St. Patty's Day night will be on Not the MMA-Holes. We'll do an Irish Not the MMA-Holes stream.
All right. Who else puts the pussy on the chain wax? Is Cocky Dinkles.
We all do.
James Hinkle says, Ann H. Evan Kennedy says, from Canada, I smoke weed every day from Red Pheasant. Boss Kogar says, great card for a fight night. Duchronic says, tomorrow. James Hinkle says, you dumb motherfuckers just paid for that coke JBH did. Get a life, retards. Do we have a salt in the chat?
Yeah, it's one salt.
Oh,
there's always one.
There's a grain of salt in the chat.
James Hinkle's looking for attention the whole night. So
what's funny is James Hinkle is trying to call into the show. You were supporting the show like 2 days ago. Did you just have a bipolar episode? What the fuck?
I think we haven't done this in a while. Let's all have sex with his mom, right? James?
Don't do that.
Let's have sex with his mom for St. Patty's Day.
He is a supporter. I think he'll get out of this.
No?
Yeah, I think he's
get out not a supporter. Have you been reading his comments?
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a knucklehead. So let's just have sex with his mom.
All right.
Enjoy his mom in the chat.
Post Reloaded says, drunk. Ann H says, love you, Chris and Jesse. Fist bump. J. Phil says, sup, holes. Duchronic with the devil sign. LOL bipolar episode says, Tuggy Waffles. Two joints game stream tonight, Moss?
No, Sunday night will probably be live for Not the MMA-Holes. Tonight, it'd be rough.
James Hinkle just says, I'm dumb. See, I think he'll come. I don't think we need to fuck his mom.
Well, too bad. He's like, oh, they're fucking my mom. I'm done. Yeah, I don't care. Who cares? Like, you're at this point, Jesse. It doesn't really matter. We know who the OGs are, and the new peeps that are coming in that are just hitting the ground running with us. We know who those people are. They're strong in this chat. I would say this: majority of this chat, we want a cringe chat. We love the cringe chat, and the way this community has molded together, it is a tight fucking bunch. It is a tight ship that we have over here, like an army of just awesome people in this chat. Wonderful people in this chat.
Wonderful.
So the fact that you have like 1 or 2 people in there just being knuckleheads, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. So shout out to the chat over here. You're all wonderful.
Wonderful.
Love these motherfuckers.
MMA-Holes our family says, drunk savage Michael Chapman tighter than a $2 hooker. No SJW says, Duke Chronic Henry Sosa says, I can't beat this weekend. All party. I put my bet money into chat. Next fight, Macy Barber. That young woman is going to win. I agree with you.
She's
Macy
crazy.
Barber is special. That woman is special. I saw her. The first time I ever saw her fight was Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. And yes, she has crazy eyes. But that girl, I mean, you've seen her fight. Like, she's a fucking, like, savage in the cage. It's crazy. And
her eyes bug out of her head.
They do, but you know what? I don't care what the fuck she looks like in the cage, as long as she's good, and she is good.
Yeah,
she's real good, and I think she has a lot of potential to hold
She
that
looks
belt.
like she's young. She's a lot of potential. She's tiny, you know.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, she looks very good. I don't know if she's a champion yet, but we'll see. We'll see. She looks pretty loony with those eyes, those crazy eyes. By the way, do we have a story with the Conor guy? I was just watching a video before we went live.
Oh, about him getting sued?
Yeah, maybe we should jump into that. We were going to get into Adesanya, but there is a story. I saw someone said something about Conor.
So
this guy, man. Before we get into the story, there's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game, the points game. Holy shit, we're not even paying attention anymore. Drama. Jesse, it is 296 to 147, an insane game tonight. Well played by this community. But right now, with only 3 minutes on the clock, you need to make you need to just say something here. You need help from this community. So now
I
is the
know
time.
you guys have it in you. I know you have it in you. I know you want JBH to win, because if Moss wins, well, let's be honest. I'm going to roll a bean boozled and get the best bean, because that's what happens every time. So you want Mystic Moss to lose, seeing as how he did win for his birthday. I think I'm due a win now.
All right.
You guys love me, and I'm important in your lives.
Drunk Savage says Kevin Costa abandoned you. Well, listen, it's not over. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game. There is still a chance. Link in the description if you want to say points to JBH to get her back in there. Points to Mystic. Also, Clocks is the highest donator right now with 150 on the board. When the clock is up, clock is up. Well, that's ironic. When this clock is done, those pens are yours, my friend. $150. Everyone that donated tonight, we couldn't thank you enough for your generosity. But Jesse,
yes,
you feel confident?
Always.
Should I hand you the die now?
Absolutely not.
Grip of steel. All right, we're going to put this right over here. The loser has to roll this thing right now. You are losing, but you never know, Jesse. You just never know with this community. Now, we saw the video of Conor, the guy that had his phone slapped out of his hand, and it's getting fishier and fishier. And then he says he's a big Khabib fan and shit like that.
Well,
it's like, wait, what's going on here?
Before
I watched this video beforehand, and I watched his interview.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, this dude just played Conor. He played Conor perfectly,
it's
like
pretty,
a fiddle.
It's pretty obvious that, like...
Good for him getting paid. I mean, this shit...
What a fucking asshole.
This shit was... Like, he knew what he was doing here, and it worked perfectly. As soon as that phone slapped out of his hand, he's like, oh, yes, thank you. It's like when you hit on a slot machine. So good for this guy for getting that money, but... Man, oh man, I'm watching like, oh, this is some shady shit.
Yeah.
We're going to tell the story in 55 seconds left, Jesse. With that clock winding down, the die of doom.
The die of doom
is about to be rolled. Will it be JBH? Will it be myself? Jesse, are you nervous?
Never.
I'm going to finish this drink. We watch the clock. With 30 seconds left, Jesse, will someone white knight JBH? Gotta watch that down.
Why? It was too strong for you? Lightweight?
I'm a pussy. 20 seconds left on the clock, JBH. 16, 15 seconds left on the clock. Will JBH pull off a last second victory with 5 seconds on the clock? The boys tonight. We did it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are. All right. JBH, it was a good game. It was a strong game. You played hard tonight, but the boys unite. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for the victory. Jesse, we're going to get to the Conor McGregor story after you roll this die.
Why can't I roll it after the Conor McGregor story?
We got to get it over with. I'm going to put the box on her box. All right, here we go. Thank you to all the generosity. Clocks is getting... Actually, let me just write this shit down because I have a bad memory.
I got it.
So we write down Mr. Clocks gets the pens. So we'll give him those pens over there. We'll also give Clocks a... Let's give him a t-shirt too, right? Drop a t-shirt for Mr. Clocks over there. Clocks, you know how to get us, right? Hit us up on Twitter. Yeah, DM us on Twitter, your address, and we'll send you the stuff. Thank you for playing everyone tonight. You are all very, very generous.
I swear to God, if I get a pizza face or being boozled, you all fucking deserve it. You deserve it.
Wait, you always win. What are you talking about? I'm 2 in a row right now. This is very good. Okay, Jesse, here we go. And the roll is about to happen, Jesse. Are you nervous? What do you not want is the question. What do you not want?
Felony slap.
You're getting it harder. If the felony slap happens, it's happening harder. I was very easy on you. I caught a lot of hell. You're getting it harder this time. I'm just warning you. I wanted to dance like a Tiger Life ring girl. We haven't had that.
I already did that.
Yeah, I want to have it again. All right, here we go. In the chat, what do you want? Here we go. I'm fucking nervous. Not really. Go ahead. The Die of Doom is about to be rolled by the wonderful, wonderful JBH. Oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat. We do this every FOOK Off Friday. Thank you for being subbed. Jesse, would you do the honors? I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted. You ready, JVH? What did you roll? Would you like to show the community? All right, everyone, take your pants off because it's going to be some sexy time tonight. She will be dancing like a Tiger Life ring girl. That's right. Shout out to Tiger Life Energy. And ladies and gentlemen, take your pants off. Bro, any chance you come back for a Mickey Garcia fight? Oh, is that tonight? The boxing? Or is that tomorrow? There's a... Is it Garcia? Who is it? Someone sent us there's a big boxing fight. Anyway, we can talk. Tonight we're done.
I don't know how I can top my my last Tiger Life dance.
Your dance is actually in our intro.
Yeah.
That's how great it was, Jesse. All right, is it tomorrow? So maybe we'll do... Oh, shit. Now I'm going to be by my parents' house. It sucks. I got to see my parents. No, I can't do the fights. I can't do the boxing. Yeah, we were getting DMs about it. Some people were talking about it. But we will be here for UFC London. All right, here we go, Jesse. Now is the time I'm going to get the music queued up.
I need a Tiger Life can.
You do need a Tiger Life can.
I don't have
There's one next
music.
to you over there. Now, no sponsor. They're not with us anymore. But shout out to our sponsor, BetDSI. Make sure you get a chance. Make your bets. Promo code MMAHOLE. Ian Heinisch was my go-to bet. I got it in before the lines have changed. But if you go over to BetDSI, there are other bets. If you think Jorge Masvidal is going to get the win, he's a plus 187. So still the underdog over there. A couple other things. You have DeCasey, which has me interested. I didn't throw money in that direction. Let me see where it is. Joey Duffy versus DeCasey's still a plus 156 or 155. Sorry. Yeah, so DeCasey's still an underdog. It's someone to look at. You know, this kid's kind of been a little bit of a disappointment, but you never know. You know, Joe Duffy hasn't fought in a while. Maybe DeCasey gets the win, so if you want an underdog right there. But check it out, BetDSI, link in the description. And if you want to get double your money, it's promo code MMA-HOLE.
But I might not be able to top it.
All right, Jesse. You have the ear. Your ears are on. Can you hear with that? Is that plugged in? Yeah, it is plugged in. All right, Jesse. Everyone, it's about time to get some sensual music going here. As Jesse is going to dance.
I'm going to dance just like them. So I hope you're prepared to be disappointed because they're pretty disappointing dancers.
Let me know in the chat. Your pants off? Everyone's pants off because some sexy time's about to happen. JBH is going to dance like a Tiger Life Energy ring girl.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There you go. She took it like a champ. Rate Jesse's Tiger Life. Rate her dance moves. 10 being the greatest Tiger Life dance of all time. 1 being the worst. Let me know in the chat what your ratings are. A lot of applause in the chat. They love it. They love it, Jesse. It's a hit.
Oh, thanks. 2 out of 10. Michael Chapman. That's it. More says Ann H. Roulette Master 100. Mike H. 100,000. Pulse Reloaded 5 out of 10. 10 says Jay Reyes. Joe Rod. I'm not even gonna go look up Tiger Life. Anything after that. 10 says Jessica G. Blueberry 0. Mark Horn 10. Big Nick Digger solid 2. Tuggy Waffles 8. Sean Hart 10. She put in the work. Vigo Stockholm 10. Michael Anslow 10. Rick Flair 91 out of 2.
Whoa.
Roberto is clapping the hands. Jessica G. I'm exhausted after watching that. Henry Sosa says for Slim Can Dance 10. Don't shake the tiger. Vigo Stockholm says your best work, JVH. 10. Bravo says Turd Ferguson King plays 11. Sean Hart Forehead is at the door. Matt Pickett 11.
By the way, Triton Fights is coming up very soon. Got some cool stuff. Aljamain Sterling's brothers fighting on the card and some interesting fights. So we'll be back at Triton Fights. Your zipper open? What happened?
Came on my button.
When you were dancing?
No, my button.
Wow, her button opened up while she was dancing.
My pant button.
That's what happens when you have pasta before the show.
They're old pants.
Yeah. All right.
What are you saying? I'm fat? Is
Fatty.
that right?
I'm fat. My button's open right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do one more story and wind this shit down. Thank you for joining us tonight on this crazy FOOK Off Friday. Appreciate it so much. 150 people still hanging with the boys. What a night. What a night tonight. Unbelievable. 132 likes. We're getting closer to 150 likes, playing the 50 like song. What a night. Crazy stuff. All right, Jesse. I spoke about BetDSI, but let's get to the last story of the night. Let's give him a little Conor.
Okay. According to BJPen.com, alleged phone smash victim sues Conor McGregor. According to a report from the Associated Press, which has been confirmed by MMA Fighting, former UFC lightweight and featherweight champ Conor McGregor is now being sued by Ahmed Abdirzek, the man whose cell phone he allegedly smashed in Miami on Monday. Abdirzek is seeking more than $15,000 in damages, accusing Conor McGregor of battery assault and intentional infliction of emotional distress. This incident, which briefly landed McGregor in jail, occurred early on Monday morning outside of the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami. The arrest affidavit states that Abdirzek attempted to get a photo of McGregor and that McGregor responded by smashing his cell phone. In the wake of this event, Abdirzek told Daily Mail that he was scared for his life. He said, quote, he walked away with that trademark McGregor strut that you see him enter the ring with in UFC. I'm not going to lie, I was scared for my life. The guy is a lethal weapon. Samuel Rabin, the attorney representing Conor McGregor, confirmed that Irishman's receipt of the suit to MMA Fighting. The attorney views this lawsuit as little more than an opportunistic cash grab.
All right.
Rabin said, quote, our office is in receipt of the civil lawsuit filed today, which is nothing more than a quick effort seeking a payday.
So, all right. Listen, we pretty much know what this guy's up to here, right?
Yeah, he just wants money.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I kind of can't knock the guy, but when you see him and then you hear him talk, you're like, oh shit, they're buying this? Like, it's insane stuff over here.
Yeah.
And credit to him for pulling it off. You know, he's going to get paid nicely. I don't know how much the actual number is going to be, but he's going to get paid.
Well, he's going for
nice.
$15,000.
15 grand?
Yeah. He said emotional distress, and he thought he was scared for his life.
It's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, I know a lot of people in the chat probably do the same thing. You know, they would probably go for it too. Man, it just seems calculated. So they were showing videos. I can't remember what YouTube video I was watching before this, but they were showing videos of Conor was screaming at someone in the club. So people are saying that apparently someone was triggering him in the club, and then when they left at like 5 a.m, it kind of rolled over there, and people are assuming it's the same guy. Right. I don't know for sure if it is the same guy, but it kind of makes sense because the interview afterwards, when you see this guy, he is a knucklehead. The guy is a complete knucklehead, and he's just like, I don't even like Conor anyway. I prefer Khabib. It's like, Dick, say you love Conor. That's what you should do. If you really want to go for it, say you love Conor and really go for the money over there. Right. I'm a big fan, this and that. I don't fucking know. I don't know what to say about this guy. The guy looks like he's a little bit off, but credit to him for getting some cash. Let me know in the chat what you think. And Jesse, what are your thoughts on this?
No, I completely agree. I think that this is definitely a cash grab. I mean, it's not hard to figure out, but good on him for having the fucking nerve to go and do it. I mean, I think, listen, I'm not a sue happy person. I'm not down for suing people or anything like that. But if a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire smashed my fucking phone, of course I'm going to try and sue him for a little money.
Well, yeah,
You know?
that is the question. Like, and now let's say he didn't calculate this thing. Say you take your phone out, and maybe you were talking shit to him. Maybe you were busting his balls. I've gotten drunk, and I've had millions of times where I've stumbled out of a club or a bar, and I started a fight with somebody. It's happened. I've been at that moment. So maybe if I'm trying to put myself in the situation, right? And I see Conor McGregor there, I'm not getting his attention. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna mess with him a little bit, right? I've been there before. I've done this, not to a Conor McGregor, but I've done it before. So I'm just trying to put myself in his shoes and say I'm just like, you suck, man. What are you doing? You suck. You keep losing. Just trying to get his attention over here. Let me get a picture, buddy. I've told people that I wasn't a fan and taken pictures with them before. I've done that. So I've pissed people off. So I'm trying to see myself now. If he knocks my phone out of my hands and smashes it on the floor, would I sue him? I don't know.
Yes, you would.
I mean, I guess
you would be more sue happy than I would in any theoretical situation.
I mean,
so
yeah, but now here's the thing: you have to press charges and everything like that. So you're gonna sit there, you're all drunk. It's 5 in the morning.
You would totally do it.
I guess maybe I would.
Yes, you would. I know you would.
I've had situations where I've turned down money in situations. I've actually had those situations where I should have taken the money. I've had my head. Let me put it to you this way. My blood was taken from me. I don't like needles. I made it very clear to these people. And I collapsed from blood being drawn from me. I cracked my head off the wall, almost fucking died. I had to get stitches because I passed out. They should have never let me up. I had a huge lawsuit and I didn't go for the money.
That's true, but
I could have gotten paid. A lot of people told me I could have gotten, and I just felt bad.
It's a difficult situation because you wouldn't have gone to any other doctor, I don't
Well,
think.
the doctor he's fucking loaded.
Yeah.
He's loaded.
I don't think you would have gone to another doctor.
I didn't do it. I mean, it's not Conor McGregor loaded, of course.
Yeah, but he's been your doctor for a little while. So
Yeah.
I don't think you would have had the,
I would like to think I would say no, but in that situation, my buddies probably would whisper in my ear and be like, yo, just, fucking take a fall to get the money. So I probably would take the money. Thinking about it, let it stir in my head, I probably would. I don't know. It's a weird situation when you put yourself in there. It's easy to say with not being there, would you do it or would you not do it? So, like, I like to really think about something before I give an answer. I'd like to say no, but I probably would if I was in a rational state. I probably would go for it. Let me know in the chat what you would do.
That stupid nurse you had was an idiot, says Ann H.
Dude. I mean, Ann's not a dude. But I mean, yeah. Yeah, but I felt bad for her.
I kind of feel bad for her. Like, here's the thing. Yeah, the decision she made was stupid. It was a very stupid decision to let someone who clearly had anxiety over needles stand up after getting their blood drawn.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest decision anybody
sued the pants
in a
off
medical profession could have made. However, I do feel a little bad for her because the way the situation went down, without going into full detail, like,
what if I died?
See why someone would feel bad for her.
What if I died? She could have killed me. I wouldn't be here. There'd be no MMA-Holes. All right, let's go back to the chat.
Sean Hart says, I got salmonella and didn't sue, but got revenge. No jokes. Cocky Dinkle says, sue him, then buy stock in Proper 12.
Yeah. I like that idea. That's a good idea.
Kane Plays says, take the money. Don Shred Connor is being framed. 2 joints. LOL passing out. Weak. Jay Protege says, Mystic Moss doesn't faint. He just goes to sleep to give the needle a break.
That's so true. Yeah, I'm a pussy with needles, man. Listen, I got a million tattoos. I've had needles dragged all over myself. I just don't like a needle going in me. I don't like the fact of people taking blood out of me. It just fucks me up. And as I got older, I got worse. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people that are like this.
You do know, like, mentality does that too, right?
Yeah, it's all in my head. It's not like, oh my God, the needle's going to make... Well, also, the doctor did say that my sugar did drop dramatically. But I think it's a mixture of things. I'm a lunatic. My sugar dropped a little bit. Boom, right down to the floor. That's what happened. Never happened to me before. But as I got older, I'm a fucking loony now. I'm completely out of my mind.
Yeah, you are.
It is what it is. I don't like needles. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? Snitches gets you stitches, says Robert Hernandez. But I got stitches and didn't snitch. I should have. Anyway. All right. I think we're done. 150 people hanging. By the way, if you want to hear the Ferguson story, we did talk about it a lot in the beginning of the show. The guy is, he's got some problems. He's got some issues. And hopefully he gets cleared up. It gets cleared up in his head. It doesn't look very good, though. It really doesn't. We don't know what the exact details are, but we spoke about what his wife is claiming. So if you want to go back, run it back, check it out at the beginning of the video. We spoke about that in detail. Tonight we played the points game. What a game tonight. I get the win. Thank you very much. But everyone wins tonight, man. It was a fantastic show, and I really appreciate all the support. JBH, look them in the eyes. That's me. I haven't done it in a while. I should do it.
Really?
Don't be... No, go ahead. I fooled you!
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.